Step one, wake up, really gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal.
Set a goal. Set a goal.
Set a goal. One for you. One for you. One for you.
Those are the goals, y'all. That's how she passing out. This is how Jolene's passing out goals in 2025. One for you.
One for you. One for you.
And one for you.
And one for me.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Sip Ki with Busy and Joleen. Put your blowjos in the chat. Please let us know if you got one of the goals that Joleen was throwing out for you. One of them is to become a sanitation driver. So, that is your goal. We love that for you because I hear they make a lot of money. Please make sure that you have liked the video. Do it now.
Let me open up and see how many likes we have.
Okay, like the video. If you are not subscribed, are they coming up?
Let's see. Hold on. We got 20 likes.
Yes, you know, some people used to do a headline. Have you liked the video yet? Like the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We're about to get deep down into nothing, but also everything. There's something I want to talk about, but we promised ourselves we wouldn't do it anymore. So if you want to bring it up, then maybe we'll talk about it, but we don't have to.
Are you gonna? Don't get too messy now. Don't get us in trouble.
But this is how we're going to end the year. So I can't stay on long. So where I am is 8 o'clock. And
where are you? You at your sister's?
Yes. Well, no, my sister doesn't live here anymore. So my brother, we've just been passing the house down. Whoever's going to stay is going to be the one who gets it. So my sister had it, and now it's my sister moved to Raleigh. So now my brother has it.
Okay. Carolyn, thanks for becoming a member.
Hey, Carolyn. Hey, Carolyn.
You sweetie.
Well, we'll get into some things. First of all, y'all know how we do over here. For those who are new here, because I actually did a year in review video where I talked a lot about our channel and how we want to get back into it. But for those who are new here, we're best friends, but we live on opposite sides of the universe. If you haven't noticed, and sometimes it's very, people are like, oh my God, I couldn't know. I didn't see that. I can't believe it. I'm black and she's white. We love each other very much. We have a difference of opinions, and we talk about pop culture, news, gossip, and everything that comes to our minds. And our minds work like crazy.
They really do. I like you giving the intro. You did good. That was good. Remember that one.
Well, I have to come back and remember it. I have to come back and remind myself. No, we're leaving that one in 2024. We're going to write a new one for 2025. But I do like this one. Every time I see your sweater, which is the most iconic, I keep thinking it's like a brown like a cow, but they're teddy bears. But it would be very iconic. Not if you had cow skin, but if it gave the illusion of like cow, like it looks like.
Yeah, it's just teddy bears.
I know, they're so cute. It's really, really cute. I love it.
I got a couple seasons ago at Target, and I bought like 3, and I gave one to my mom. So now I have 2. She has 1 because it's just so comfy. It's like the comfiest, cutest thing.
You've been doing so much with your mom, and I've been loving it. I stand. Let me tell you what I love the most when y'all talk about her bush, because my whole thing is this: free the bushes.
Free the bushes.
It took about your bush, how you trim your bush, how moist it should be, because you got to water your bush.
Yep.
And sometimes you do have to trim your bush. Sometimes people look at your bush and they're like, oh my God. And some people are like, oh my God, this looks amazing. And I love that your mother really talks about and cares for her bush very deeply. And
Nana's just the
I'm
best.
excited. Shout out
She's
to
the
Nana's
best.
bush.
Shout
Oh,
out to
you
Nana's
love my
bush.
head. Thank you. So it's a head on a head. We're gonna be celebrating New Year's downstairs around 8. We have a seafood boil. All my family's here, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. My mom bought all these things.
Aw. Oh, jeez. That was.
I actually don't like the sound, but she said she got it from Walmart, so it makes sense. It tracks.
Oh, I love your mom.
Yeah,
Busy's mom, super successful. Love it. Love it. I feel like we haven't been here in so long, you
we were just
guys.
here yesterday.
Were you here yesterday?
I'm joking. No.
Oh, okay. I was like, because you could probably convince me of that right now. Because I'm just like, huh? What's happening?
We have
I
not
can't
been here.
believe-
Well, we have some. Well, we don't have much to catch up on, but we have so much to catch up on in terms
With
of
everybody.
No, yeah.
Look at everyone in the chat. Like, it's so good to see you guys. Lala Mugs, Chronic Cat, Julie XO, Cammy, Graphics, Daddy, Madge, Care Bear, Pam, Carolyn, Megan, Sarah,
Where did
Jam.
this accent come from?
I don't know.
And it started as you started saying more names.
Hey, be nice to each other. I know. I don't know. I start doing that, and I don't know.
You
I don't
guys
know.
got me through the lockdowns being alone. I hope you have a happy new year.
Oh! Julie, we love you.
And we're going to get you through the next lockdown because the way that we feel like this next administration is going to lock us up and lock us down, we'll be here.
Okay, Busy, I have to tell you something exciting. Do you notice anything about me on my situation, my setup?
I see live on air. I see a Christmas tree, but that's not normal. You have a microphone. Nope, don't see anything different. What's wrong?
I got a standing desk like you.
You want to be me so bad.
I do.
I actually did not notice you were standing.
Yeah, look at, because here's my.
Oh, but the thing is, they're so much easier. Like if I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna go to sleep, or I'm gonna be tired. You can give so much energy when you're standing.
And then your tits can do one.
Yes. So how are you two feeling today?
Very well, thank you. Masculine energy.
They said you guys need to watch Substance. So in review.
What is Substance?
So I am going to watch that with Say the Bay. I think we're gonna make it a family affair if
What is
we don't make them rewatch Wicked several times. But I heard somebody talking about it and I want to watch it. The previews look really good. So thank you for the
what's
super
it
chat.
about?
I don't know. I guess I have to watch it, but the previews look good. But previews don't help me anymore. Sometimes the previews are like one day in a city. Julia, no.
It is like that.
It
It is like that. Oh my god.
Tigers. 2025. It is like, so sometimes I'm in the movie theater. I'm like, what did so what is this about?
Tigers. It's about tigers.
And then you watch it and it's actually the Jungle Book. And you had no idea it's a live animation version of the Jungle Book rewritten.
Yeah, I just watched No Good Deed, the new Netflix show with Ray Romano, Lisa Kudrow, one of your girls. It's good.
One of the girls, yes. So
Yeah.
No Good Deed was slow starting for me.
Oh, you saw it? You watched it? It was good.
Yeah, I watched the entire thing. It was slow starting for me, and I need something to catch me like immediately. It didn't happen until episode 2, and then I was like, I'm not going to sleep.
I can see that. I know. I did. I binged it nonstop.
Getting it.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's by the creator, Liz Feldman, who created Dead to Me.
Mm-hmm.
And that was an iconic show with Christina Applegate and the woman. What's her name? Linda Cavallini. She was in this one too. She's the neighbor lady. With the tats. And so I mean, Liz Feldman just killing it with these show ideas. But I was like, am I gonna like this? I got excited for it. And then I was like, oh, I really like this.
You liked it like from the beginning.
Well, I will agree it was a little slow because at first, but
slow to start.
But
Once
Yeah.
once episode 2 happened, I was like, wait a second.
Mhm.
This is too many hands in the pot and so much
Yup.
going on. And you know what's frustrating me? Can I get this out? First of all, because we're about to get into it. We always let you guys know we want you to enjoy yourselves. Hopefully, you have on something comfy with your family, with your friends. You have us on the big screen. Hopefully, your children are not watching this with you, but your significant others, and hopefully, your significant others are not children, and you're not Diddy. That being said, tell us what you're sipping on. Tell us where you're sipping on it from, and then tell us one New Year's. I'm trying to find out thing. New Year's resolution. Do it now.
A tennis call. Let me know what kind of meat you're chewing on. Is it rare? Is it medium rare? Or is it well done just like my tea? A tennis call. Let me know what kind of meat you're chewing on. Is it rare? Is it medium rare? Or is it well done just like my tea? Just kidding, it's stale and only I get paid.
Man, I'm in Rochester, New York, and I am sipping on. This is tequila in a pineapple lemonade, something from Popeyes. And then I'm getting tired, so I have a Red Bull by me. So if I start because my heart gave out, somebody called the ambulance. And
Somebody call 911. Busy's got a heart attack going on from Red Bull.
my New Year's resolution is to go to the gym and get abs.
That's not get abs, but I got a gym membership.
Really?
Planet Fitness.
So I was gonna go to Planet Fitness.
I love it. I actually really like it. But I got a long ways to go. But I want to just get healthier, get strong
Long
again.
way to go for what?
To feel good about myself. To feel good in my body.
You look good already.
Well, I mean,
you're killing it out here in the street.
That's generous of you. But, to feel good with yourself, to feel strong again. My parents were here and my dad is like really big into like workout and health and stuff right now.
Well, go Zeddy.
Right. So Papa had me on like a little training regimen and it felt good to just be moving and doing like weights and stuff again. And then he left and then I was like, I fell off. But I got the gym membership and I thought Planet Fitness was going to be kind of like blase. I was like, Planet Fitness, what a dumb name, And then I went in, I was like, there is a spa area. You can lay on a bed with water shooting at you. There's those massage chairs that you can go to and like sit on at the mall or Home Depot.
It's supposed to be a no judgment gym. So if you don't, there's some Planet Fitnesses, I don't know if they still do it. They give out pizza.
What?
Yeah.
I would have signed.
That's why if you're going to your Planet Fitness, they're like, if you're grunting and growing, like this is not the place for you.
No, when I go there, it's like people are very respectful. There's a wide variety of ages. I want to become like someone who enjoys working out. I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
I still am like, but
I don't want to enjoy working out, but I want to at least make sure that I do it.
Yeah, it's important. And my dad keeps telling me how important it is now that I'm in my 40s. And he sends me these like Facebook videos of like women who can't like, and men who are like way older than me who can't get out of bed. And I'm just like, okay, calm down, Papa. We're not, he's acting like I'm immobile over here. He's trying to help me, but he's like,
excuse me, you're getting to that age. Look at this.
He's sending me those workouts where it's like, can you do this?
Look at this geriatric woman. She could barely get up.
Yeah, he keeps doing it. And I love it because he cares about my health. But I'm like, okay, Dad, that's a lot. He's like, you have to be able to do this. We'll start slow, And so
you don't know where I am on the spectrum. And you're older than me, Daddy. He's like, okay.
He's probably healthier though.
Let's do 5 push-ups.
Yeah.
I know you're just inching into it. If you can do some deep breaths in the morning. I love this for you.
Totally like that. Tamara, thank you so much for the super chat. Happy New Year. I love you guys. We love you right back. We appreciate you guys.
Happy New Year. We love you out too.
Prince of Peace says, Joleen, start following the 20-year-old fitness influencer. I can't. I follow. You got to be. What
are we doing for following them? Stalking?
Yeah. I watch like the 40-year-old ladies who are like, exercise over 40. Everything now for me is over 40. Makeup over 40. Diet over 40. Sitting over 40. Pissing over 40. Dressing over. I like everything over 40 when it comes to like women. Because I'm over 40 and I these bitches know what I'm going through. I got some perimenopause. I'm sweating. Oh shit, I forgot to take my I got this new stuff that Hype Man husband Shell told me he thinks might help with like
What
night
is it
sweats
with
and
all
moods.
these men giving you all of these things?
They love me, or they're trying to kill me. But it's like a
They're
supplement.
like, you like these shoes? I heard these heels.
No, they're like, no, these are for plantar fasciitis.
I knew it
Which
was
I
gonna
have.
come.
I have that. I'm just like so sexy with my plantar fasciitis and but I bought this. It's like black cohosh, it's called. It's like a
Okay.
supplement. It's supposed to help women with like night sweats. It can help you in menopause or perimenopause, and it's supposed to help with maybe mood swings. But if anyone in the chat has any suggestions, I asked on my channel too, I'll take them, because dude, I was like, they don't teach us enough about this shit. Because I was like, what's what do you mean perimenopause? What are you talking about? Who's Perry? Cheryl's husband? Like, what are we talking about? Like,
Why do
why?
I care about what perimenopause is like?
Why would Perry be
First of
making me
all,
sweat?
I know it was coming early. He's always in front of a 7-Eleven.
How are Perry and Cheryl?
You gotta ask them.
I haven't even checked into Cheryl's channel. I
Me
assume she's
either.
still killing it.
The extreme people in that universe, I haven't like really gone to at all. But I know she still pops on my feed regularly, so I'm assuming she's still doing it.
Good for
I don't know if
Cheryl.
they're still in the same house. I don't know if her wigs are still bad or her lipstick looks good. I don't know if she's still this far away from the camera. I don't know.
Oh,
Baby, you so killing. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if Perry's still in front of the 7-Eleven. I haven't watched him in a long time. I missed him. But I have no idea what's going on over there.
Oh my gosh. Ugh, I missed that. Busy, you're on fire. Chickenhead, thank you for becoming a member. Chickenhead, PK, Dorkface, Neely, Prince of Peace. I'm telling you, I love a McDonald's Hi-C orange. I start with a light walk to McDonald's to get a Hi-C.
And then what after? And after you get the Hi-C, what do? You get an Uber back?
Probably. Unless I get a sugar high, I can keep walking. Yeah, today I went to the gym and someone complimented you're running? Oh my God, Daddy, I'm so proud of you.
So let's talk about this since we're on fitness.
Okay.
I had a friend who, so I felt like I was in my best shape when I was in, and I'll show you guys. I was in my best shape when I lived in New York. I had
show
the
us the dick pic.
I can do that too.
No,
I don't. The screen's not long enough, but I'll pull the phone up.
Gosh. My little Dave. Hold on, I gotta check on my little Duger. I'll be right back.
All right, so this was when I was my most do I have it? Because somebody just sent it to me, but I have a pic of when I felt like I was at my most nope, I guess I don't have it. I was at my most fit. So when I felt like I was at my most fit when I lived in New York City. I was working at WABC with Gerardo Rivera, Don Imus, Rush Limbaugh, all of the racists. But I was getting paid a whole lot of money. And I had a V cut. And a V cut is when like you can see the V right by where your legs start and your chest ends. I had abs, a little chest. I had my arms pow pow. It was giving Johnny Bravo. That's when I felt my best. I wish I could show y'all a photo, but I can't remember where the photo came from. I can remember where the photo came from. I don't see it in my feed. It's on my Instagram, but I'm not going back that far. But that's when I felt my best. I don't know how we got here, and Jolene's gone, so she can't help me. Oh, I did find a photo. It's actually of my Instagram. Don't judge me and don't look back at my stuff. But this is me. Y'all see the V? Boom, bam, bam. I was so thin. I used to be so thin. Do you see the abs? Do you see them? And that was, 5 years ago. And now look at me. Dirty, dusty, and old. Plantar fasciitis. Oh, man. But that was me. They said I used to take black cohosh or cohosh. I forgot how to spell it. What does that do? Pamela says that rose hip oil is supposed to be good for. Are we giving over 40 facts? Bright R said I cruise through menopause. But I wish I could say that menopause has been kicking my butt, and you kick menopause's butt. Let me tell you what to do. You make menopause your bitch. You turn menopause around, and you say get on your knees, and you walk it like a dog. Do you know what I'm saying to you, Pamela? And in the chat, if y'all know ways that Pamela could do it, tell her how to do it. It said busy is on fire. Busy is on fire, right? You know what? I'm in a really good mood. I'm with my family. I had a up and down day, but I think now my mom is like really excited. I really do feed off of my mom's energy. So when my mom is like up and outgoing and high beat, I really do feed off of that. I love my mom very, very much. As long as she's not criticizing me, I love her. So she's in a really good mood. She bought all of these things. She got her glasses. She's wrapping gifts. So I'm in a good mood because when my mom is in a good mood, the world is happy to me. If my mom is not in a good mood, I need to figure out what's wrong and how we make it into a good mood.
Okay, so they were talking about Black co-host. That's what I was talking about that I got.
Oh, so Black co-host. What Black co-hosts do?
Black co-host. Is that what you call it?
Oh, did you see my photo?
No, I heard it. I was taking the dogs out to TT.
Okay, this is what I look like. This was a long time ago, girl.
I remember you like that, like when you first came on YouTube.
Look at it.
You still look like that.
Yeah. I used to wear this hat all the time.
Yep, I remember that. Yep. But I feel like you look the same.
Oh no! Do you see this?
You just look more. I have that. That's what I'm trying to get rid of.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get
it jiggles. Oh yeah, I know. Can they just go like this?
Just take it up just a little bit more. A new color, a new face, a new wig, a new do. I'm gonna come back and you guys are gonna be like, who is this on the page? I'm gonna be looking like snatched.
Not a new color.
A new color. I'm just gonna do a little bit of bleaching. Just a little bit of bleaching.
Is he gonna come on here whiter than me?
I'm really like Michael Jackson. Ignorant, they're all ignorant. No,
got a busy blue friend, look like Michael Jackson. Got a busy blue friend, look like Michael Jackson.
I gave the best menopause advice.
Yes, I kind of heard. I heard in my earbud while I was.
So sorry, I interrupted. What does Black Cushion do?
That's the thing I was talking about earlier. That Chell, my husband, was like, maybe try this. Mm-hmm. And it's supposed to help with hot flashes, night sweats, and mild mood changes. And it's supposed to be good for women in menopause or perimenopause. I've only been taking it for like 3 days, I think. So I can't tell. I don't even know if it's fully in my system yet, but take it once a day. We'll see.
I thought your brain worked like mine.
What's that?
Oh, girl. I could convince my brain of anything. I could take it once and I'm like, you know what? This stuff is really working.
Well, I'm sure I could, but then once I start sweating, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not working out. I'm hardly moving.
Then I blame the thing. It's like, I thought this stuff was working, but it's worn out. And then I take double of it. And I was like, wait, it worked in the beginning, then it didn't work. Oh, I could convince myself of anything.
Pamela B says, I used to have no chin, but now I have a full-on double chin. Shout out to my double chin.
Come on, twins.
Did you already read these? Tony says, what happened to someone hacking your page? I don't someone hacked your page?
Yes. So this what happened was it was the other one. So you know how you get two, and this is weird, but I don't know why they do it like this. You get two like YouTubes when you create a YouTube. Like you get like one channel and then like another channel. One was like, oh, it's not really your channel, and the other one is like, it is your channel. Do you know what I'm talking about, Joleen?
No.
Like if so, say you go to YouTube now, like while we're there, and then go to your little icon.
Well, I'm gonna look at Sip Keys because I'm logged.
That shows your picture. Okay. And then
go to your studio.
So yeah, or you don't have to go to studio. You could just go to the little button that says our shows our logo.
Okay.
On the right hand side.
Yep.
And then go to switch accounts.
Oh yeah.
Somebody got into the other one
recently.
Yeah, my other one, not this one.
No, I know. Well, the one that is
your name. So now it doesn't I can't even go to YouTube or anything on it. Like I had to close it down. But I still have my busy blue one. Yeah. It was like asking me for things. It was saying, are you in Peru? No.
Maybe, but are you in Peru?
And then I was trying to change the stuff and it wouldn't let me change it. And I was thinking that it was connected to directly to my busy blue account. So I was like, you guys, I don't know how to stop it. Somebody taken into it. I thought it was gonna get into my busyblu account, but I deleted it. But I just had to delete whatever that extra one is that you get. I deleted that one. So I changed everything from my busyblu stuff, but the one that I don't know what it's called. I don't know if it's like a fake thing. I don't know how to explain it to people who don't have YouTube.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Because you should have one too, Jolene.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, they have.
Yep.
So that other one was logged into all of that stuff. The other one was still fine. So I was like, how do I? Because I got scared because I was like, is this connected to this one?
After all this, I saw that video early one morning, went back to comment on it, and it was gone.
Only because they weren't able to get to my busyblu thing. And I was like, since they got into it and I was trying to close things and all of that stuff, you know how sometimes you're trying to get into the account and it's like texting me numbers.
Yes.
You know, it kept doing that. So I was like, there's nothing I can do at this point. And YouTube wasn't responding. So I was like, hey, you guys, I just got to close this stuff down. And I was taking a break anyway, so it didn't matter. But once I realized that account was closed, and it wasn't my actual busyblu account, it was only
felt better.
It was only God. So I was like, I could delete this video because it wasn't this account.
Yeah. Oh,
but that other one does not exist anymore. So like, I can't go to it if I select switch accounts. It doesn't exist.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was very
the
weird.
drama busy.
I mean, I don't know if it's the drama or the H1B visas. Who knows?
Oh my goodness. All right. So what do you want to talk about, friend?
We can talk about let's talk about whatever they want to talk about first.
All right. Put it in the chat, you guys, what you want us to kind of talk about or discuss. If you have something, if you don't, that's okay too.
Yeah,
we always find things to talk about.
Yeah. I want to know. So let's pour into each other. I go first.
Okay.
You have been killing it. I'm extremely proud of you.
On what?
On YouTube.
What? No.
Is this Joleen? Is this
sorry? I'll let you speak.
Yeah, you have been killing it. You have been. Oh, I want to say something, but I don't think you want me to say it online. But there's something you used to say to me all the time about advice you would give to other people. And it's you're living it through and through.
Really?
Yes.
What advice was that?
Okay, I can say it. You're giving me permission.
I guess. I don't really remember.
You used to say, I would tell people to do this, schedule a live, give a live, and then you'll do it. And you were like, I don't even do it.
Yes.
And then there are some people who you would give advice to, and then they would do it. And then they're like,
bro. Yeah. And it does work. If you schedule lives, you stay on it. I still can be better about keeping my time, the exact time. But if you stay consistent, your channel will grow. It's crazy.
And you would say that all the time. You're like, oh, that person took my advice. I told them and they did it. And now look at it.
I don't take it.
And you would always say that. You're like, and I'm not taking it. And then this year, the live is the day before. It's already ready. You know what you're going to talk about, or you don't know what you're going to talk about, but you're there. You're probably not there on time, but you do come eventually. Either way, I've been so proud of you. And then watching your growth, watching the varieties. I watched you put on your own makeup. I watched like sponsor stuff. And I'm thinking, that's mommy. Like, I love her. And you're having different people who are coming from different backgrounds and areas. And you're talking about different things. I didn't like when you started talking about Salt Lake City, but I did become busy, so what can I do?
You were busy, and it got so good. I was like, I need somebody to talk about it with. So I guess I just
that is true. I was like, well, how can you fight?
But I felt so guilty that I haven't even been consistent about doing like the episode recaps.
Yeah, because I told you I would only do it with you. I would never do it on my own channel until they bring Monica back.
It's too good. Like we have to do it. But
it's so good. So let's continue the season now from here. You can still do your own reviews, but at least let's discuss because you're the person I can talk to about it. Taylor Bay is getting into it, but I really like to talk to you about it.
We need you and Tay's reenactments on it too.
Well,
like us together, but also
it is because I watched it the first time, then he watches the second time with me, and then I watch it a third time. I'm like, wait a second. Look at this.
Yep.
So then he knows what parts I'm about to talk about. Then that's the only reason why he's remembering it is because I'm like, do you see how she ran her and she dragged her? And look at there in his face. Well, I just called it. Exactly.
My
And
family.
then I rewinded and rewinded. And normally he's doing something that doesn't have anything to do with the TV show. So he hears it over and over and over again. It becomes repetitious. He's not intentionally remembering things. He's just heard it so many times.
I love that because when you guys were doing it over here, it was so funny and it's great for shorts too. Like I love when Tay takes it and makes it into a short of you guys. Down the rabbit hole news. So good to see you.
No, rabbit hole news. First of all, you're killing it as well.
You are killing it.
She posted, I don't know if it was today or somebody reposted today about what's going on with Joe Button being naked in the hallway.
Yes.
I said, what is this about her?
Creepy.
But then I was thinking, well, maybe he wasn't trying to get into that person's house. Maybe they were trying to get into their own house. But then I also was like, how are you butt naked in the hallway? So that way you can't get around that part. Back to you. I love everything that you're doing. I'm extremely proud of you. How the growth, the consistency.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
The tenacity, the comeback when you felt like, oh, you know what? I didn't take my advice. You come in there hot. And I'm extremely proud of you. Like just outside of everything else, this is the thing. I'm like, you know what? You're killing it. Your Nana's coming on with you. She's talking about her bush. I'm loving it. You did videos with Chell decorating the tree. I love that one when you were trying to take the phone away from him. If that was not a skit, I just love it.
I just told him after I filmed everything, I said, I'm going to just hand you the phone now. I put it together and you just tell me, you just say what you think I'm doing when I was doing my decorating. And then that one point I was like, all right, give it. But that's what he does. It's perfect. He just improvises and he's hilarious.
It made me happy. I don't always comment and I definitely don't always watch it live. But I'm very proud of you.
Well, friend, I appreciate that. That is like unbelievably kind of you. I always feel like you're killing it because Busy in his real life, real career is killing it. And he had a big win this year, but we're not going to give specifics because apparently, we've had some issues in the past with people out in the ground. Two ladies were like, here's where he works. And we're like, okay, that's not very nice. But I
had two big wins. Well, one is going to be a big win early next year.
Maybe three, because are you counting the loss of the?
I'm not counting that one yet.
Okay. So obviously, like I've been so proud of you and you're doing amazing. And I see it's hard for me because I know things.
Yeah, I you know what I've started to do?
You won't let me tell things?
Yeah, I can't. But what I don't feel bad about and what I do feel good about, and I guess you should feel good about, I've started to create a circle of people that I can talk to openly and honestly about what my fears are. And my therapist and psychiatrists have told me this. Who can you be the most vulnerable with, who won't judge you and will listen to you about what you're scared about, what you're hesitant about, when you're having episodes of anxiety, I'll call it that. Yeah. And you just need someone to release to and write 10 names down. And
did I make the list?
You know my stuff, so do you think you made the list?
I just wanted to hear it again.
Yes. So I did that, and I wrote 10 names down, and then depending on what it is or who I think can relate to it, yeah, girl, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah,
down the rabbit hole. No,
I will communicate to them during that because everybody can't have everything. But that being said, outside of the 10, no one knows anything. Outside of the 10, all of the 10.
I like that for you though.
Yeah, because it helps me feel like I can release whatever anxiety or frustration or things that I'm having, because I always hold it in and tell it to people that I know that I can be safe with. But then also I remove myself of the fear that someone's going to use it against me or do something about it. And I think that therapy has helped me.
You watch too much drama before. So now we think that like our real life friends who aren't cuckoos are going to be like, And last year, Busy Blue really
Oh,
said
me.
it did. And it's like, no, real life people, like
Yeah.
people that are healthy and not online for drama, don't do that to each other. I don't think.
Yeah, so I think that so I guess it's unfair for you. It's unfair for you to try to pour into me because the stuff that
Yeah,
I feel like
I
you
want to
really
say
wanna
all
say,
these things.
you can't say.
You'll kill me.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I'll feel
very much
so guilty. So I am very proud of you. I love you. And I hope in 2025 we can, keep collabing together and make it a more regular thing. But I know you're super busy, and with, your current situation and stuff, that took on a whole another response, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, I got really vulnerable with Joleen and she left me on red.
no, I didn't.
You did respond the next day, but you did leave me on red.
That is the story of my life. I have, half the time I have my phone on do not disturb, because if I don't, I can't get the things I need to get done for like YouTube.
That's true.
If people are texting me and stuff. So if you notice, you'll see I'm on.
It
Sometimes I forget to take it off.
It don't know when it doesn't say it.
It always says it, because like yesterday, for example, we had to take our car in for a warranty thing. And so Chell took it in, and there was something with I don't know, who cares.
Right.
And he's like, has Honda called you? And I was like, no. Or have they texted you? I'm like, I don't see a text, and it was all day. And we went to dinner with his parents because his mom and his stepdad are in town. And we're like, she's like, how's your car? And we're like, well, they said it's gonna be quick, but they haven't contacted us. Then also I'm laying in bed. I'm like, oh my God, I'm on do not disturb. I take it off do not disturb. I look, I go, why do I have voicemail? And I'm bad about.
We want you to come and get
you. Called me at 11 a.m. and I'm prepping for my show by then, or at the dog park or something. And they were like, we're done. Come on in. We're up until 6. And now I'm laying in bed and it's like late at night. And I was like, Chell. And then Chell was downstairs and I was too lazy. So I called him on my phone from our bedroom and I said, Chell, they did call and they left a message. And he was like, oh, okay, we'll pick it up tomorrow. So we picked up our car today. But those are the things, like, people, all of my good friends know that I am not good with texting. Yeah. I will think also that I replied.
Yeah.
Because I replied in my head.
I never feel bad when you don't text back. No. I feel good that I got it out to you.
If you have an ADHD friend, they probably aren't the best at texting you back. It's like one of those things. And it's overwhelming because I'm in a couple group texts with like our friends who live near us. And like tonight we're going to their house for a little bit because Chell's got to work tomorrow, but we're going to go have like tacos and have a little thing. And Chell's making tres leches cake and he's made rice and beans and all these things. And
you're bringing
me, my spirit. So they've been on this text thread for like a day, and I'm like, I see 26 messages. I'm like, oh my God. And I don't even want to open it. And every time I see a text message, all I think is there's something I have to do. I'm going to have to give a response, and I might not be ready for that. I might have to think about it. Mm-hmm. Then I might get distracted, but then they're going to see I read it. So sometimes I'll just keep texting there. And like my closest friends, friends who I've had forever, they're like, that's Joleen. You know, like when you need me, I'm there. But if we're just doing, how some people, I feel like it's younger people, but I'm acting like I'm so old, but they could just text all day. Mm-hmm. That sounds like a fucking nightmare to me. Do not text me. You can text me 4 times max in one day, unless it's like really important. Otherwise, please don't do that to me.
I text Joleen to get it out. Like I'm not, and rarely am I asking her a question. I text Joleen to get it out because then I know that I have learned that I keep so much inside that I get frustrated, anxious, then I become depressed because I'm holding it in. I text Joleen to get it out, and then Joleen the next day will be like, hey, sorry, all this stuff. And I was like, and then I respond to her, girl, I was definitely not.
Oh, Busy put up some like, you put up like that passive aggressive thing on your, in your stories on Instagram. You're like, some of us take all this time and money to send out Christmas cards, and you didn't name who, and people can't even acknowledge it. I was like, oh fuck, when did I check my mail last? Because I check my mail maybe once a month, maybe check my mailbox. And my mom is just like, oh my God, she checks her mail daily. She's like, Joleen, I'm like, no, because there's nothing good I want in there, really. Yeah. I check my P.O. box. There's good shit in there, but there's rarely good shit, just bills and stuff, and garbage mail. So I was like, oh shit. So I go, well, you know how I am. I check my mail once a month, maybe once every 2 months. And he goes, oh, I already know how you are. Like,
I wasn't talking about you. But my thing is, when you're creating holiday cards, I put a lot of time and effort into what it's gonna look like, what we're wearing, how we wear it, who gets one because they cost a lot, the mailing, the stamps,
They were really
all of
cute.
that. I just want someone. Well, I want the people who received them to say, "I got it. Thank you so much." You don't even have to say it looks good. You could be like, "Oh, I got your
Like
holiday
just a
card.
text.
Happy holidays." You know I don't like phone calls. Yeah. Happy
I call your ass.
holidays. I got your holiday card because at one point I was thinking they must not be sending out the mail because no one said anything to me. But
But
what I
don't you
did
think
learn
it's
is that they were
because
sending out late.
oh, but don't you think it's also because people get so many Christmas cards they can't reply to everybody, right?
I know you telling them like how many Christmas cards did you get? I only got 3 this year.
I guess I didn't get as many as I used to.
Whoa, fancy bill. First of all, thank you so much, Shan. Happy
And is that our Shannon Van? Is that our beautiful? It is because she's a mod.
Hey, Shannon Van. Shan, are you Shannon
Shan,
Van?
we
Put that
miss
in the
you.
comments.
Thank you, Shan. We miss you. Happiest and healthy, prosperous 2025 to you both. Same
So
to
how
you,
many
Shan.
cards do you normally get? And put it in the comments.
Like
how many
1,000.
cards do you normally get?
Yeah. Okay. What do you agree? Do you think Busy has a point here that you need to acknowledge every holiday card you get, or not? Or are you on my team where you don't have to? I get what you're saying though, because you're taking the time. It's a nice thing, you're sending out. But I just can't imagine everybody is gonna have the time to reply.
You know what I did this year? Because I'm frustrated about people who don't want to say anything back. No one should have gotten anything on the back of their card. Look at your card and see if there's anything.
I was like, what is on the back of my card?
Nothing.
Okay, good.
Because every year I used to say, I'm so excited that we spent this year together. I can't wait for more years. And people would not even respond. So I said, this year, I'm
Carolyn.
not writing a thing on the back of the card. And they didn't even say, again, thank you. That lets me know the time that you're spending to put the photos together, put the stamps together, create a list of people that you really care about and let them know, hey, holiday wishes from me and mine to you and yours. They don't care. When I say what that list is about to be very short in 2025.
Am I off the list? I sent you a picture of it, a text.
Because I don't expect much from you.
That's so bad. I mean, I get it.
So what do you want me to say? No, expect more from me.
No, please don't expect. Please,
Yeah,
bare minimum. Carolyn says she told you the day after Christmas. It was adorable.
She did. Carolyn did. So some of the members, so my members got cards. I think some members got multiple cards because I talked to one member today and they was like, you sent me two of them. And I was like, well, I sent 2 of them because the people I were gonna send members to things to, I didn't.
Oh, you're mad.
So you get an extra one. Some people got extra ones. Some people got extra gifts too.
I like when you used to send out magnets.
The people couldn't say thank you to the magnet. A magnet was $5.
Yeah, that's kind
They
of.
didn't even say thank you to that. The card stock is $2.49.
But aren't you really sending it out to them to thank them for being members?
No, the members never got magnets. The members always got cards.
But do the members have to say thank you? Because aren't you thanking them for being a member and giving them a card?
Yeah, I'm not looking for members to say anything to me.
Oh, you were talking about friends. You were talking about me.
I was talking about friends and family.
Got it. Daddy said she got 3 cards. I'll have to count. Pamela says I got 2.
Pamela got 2.
Shan says, don't let the lack of thank you ruin the joy of doing it for you. Remember, you don't do it to get the thank you. You do it because you care about those people. Oh,
Shan, I hate that for you.
Thank you, Jen.
Let's go back up. Shan.
Oh. Okay.
I do it for me and you. Okay, so I disagree with this. I love that for you. If you are sending it out for you, I do it for me and you. I want the person or the people who are important to me to know that they are important to me. But I also want them to acknowledge that they know, because there's some people that are in your life. They're like, oh my God, Busy doesn't care. Girl, I gave you a card and a beverage. And you didn't even give me a thank you. I'm doing it for me and you.
I think this is a good point that Merity's making. Depends on how creative the holiday card is. And busies are
And
very
Mandy,
creative.
and what your cards look like? Put that in the comments. But
But
go ahead and
let's
tell
say
me.
you send someone a card that is just like happy holidays. It's just like a generic card you'd send out,
No
with
pictures
no
or no
pictures.
anything.
No, then I think no, maybe you don't have to.
So if someone sends you a card that just is like, President Obama sent me a card. It had bows. The dog signed it. You know
This year?
No, not this year. When he was in office.
Oh, when he was in, I was like, dang, are you? I don't know. You work, and with Nancy Pelosi. I'm like, you got it like that?
No, I didn't get it. I got a card this year, but I got it from my brother's keeper. But or is it Boys to Men? One of the two of his.
Boys to Men.
Not the group, but he has an organization that I'm a part of, and I got a card from that.
Mm.
But when he was in office, I got a card with the dog's stamp on it. Even if the dog can sign the card, you need to give me something. It wasn't a picture of them or anything. So you're saying if it's no picture, it's just a happy holidays, nothing signed in it, you don't have to give them a thank you.
Maybe.
Now,
I just don't.
Maybe it's a yes or no for you.
I'm not thanking nobody. Unless there's money in the card, I'm not gonna be.
No,
I still
thank you.
My aunt and uncle send me because I'm their godchild. They're always so sweet and they send me money. I gotta write it down because I got it late. I mean, not because of them, because of me. But I gotta send them. One year I lost it because they're sweet and they send a check,
Oh.
And I misplaced it. Now? No, I'm gonna write myself a little note here. I misplaced it, and I was just like, oh, okay, well, I don't want to bug them. So then I forgot. In my ADHD, I was like off to the next thing. And then my uncle's like, Joe, you never cashed that check, like months later, like or spring or something. I was like, oh yeah, I don't know where it is. Sorry. And then
he'll say today. He was like, this should have come out
yeah,
at least January, December.
Because if I sent someone a check, which can't remember the last time I've used checks, but I wouldn't know if you cashed it or not. Like I wouldn't know.
Oh,
I don't think I'd know.
Checks regularly.
Yeah, so I don't. So I don't keep a register like my mom or something. So then they were like, "We're resending. Make sure you don't lose this one." So I'm like, "Oh God, I'm a whole ass adult." And they're like, "Can you just not lose
Wait a
this
second,
gift?"
But the other check didn't expire.
I never found it.
Oh, you lost it.
I guess I lost or threw it on accident. I might have like tossed.
You were like, "Oh, it's one of these cards from Uncle Jesse. Throw the shit away."
No, I saw I always know that I'm, they're very kind that I'm going to get, a monetary gift and I'm very grateful for it. But I just misplace things all the time. I walk into things. Like that's what my husband realized now. Like you look at my legs and I'm like bruised up. It's like a mess.
Walking into stuff.
Yeah. My husband will regularly be like, you have 3 new bruises. I'm like, yeah. And that's also like, my ADHD people, you'll get it. I regularly drop things. I regularly trip and I walk into shit and I'll have bruises and I don't remember. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's when I walked into the little cat bed that we put on the windowsill. And
I do not walk into things.
You don't have ADHD then, maybe.
Not that everyone. A lot of other things, but it's not ADHD.
I'm learning so much about it, like as I get older, because it's been so it's been unresearched in women for so long. That's why women now, people are like, it's trendy now. It's like, no, women aren't getting diagnosed till later because they were getting misdiagnosed as bipolar and other things because they did so little.
In the kitchen and having babies. That's what you're walking into stuff because the kids are not there.
Yeah, you should be like doing more of that home stuff.
Yeah.
But there's so little, like, and so now the way it presents in women is different than it presents in men. Same way it's different as it presents in little boys as it presents in little girls. And so it's really interesting, but it's so freeing though to kind of learn about it, to be like, oh shit, my whole existence is like making sense. Things that I was judged for or things that I felt bad about myself. It's like, oh shit, I'm just neurodivergent. Like, damn. And I got diagnosed in my 20s, but it was still like, but I then was misdiagnosed with bipolar 2. And so it was still like it's just ADHD. And it was really poo-pooed until I went to another doctor when I was like, I think I've been misdiagnosed and the medication is not helping. And he was like, yeah, you're not bipolar. You've never had a manic episode. Like, no. And so then it became like, no, ADHD is a legit. It's not like something you just poo poo. Like you're just, I'm hyper, I'm over here. I'm over there. That's not necessarily what it is. And that's not necessarily how it presents in women. And so the more I've learned about that, the more I've just like been diving in, and so interesting,
Your issues are way easier than mine. So
I'm sorry. We're just talked about don't poo poo it. And you all poo poo. You don't even know. I'm not going to share all the issues I have with ADHD. I mean, but there he goes. Like, just because honestly, when people used to tell me stuff like, oh, I have ADD, I was like, oh, okay. Because I don't think people really talk about just how much that affects you and how your brain is wired differently than how society runs and the expectations within society. Your brain it's not that you're lazy, disrespectful, all these things. It's that you work different, but society was set up in a way that's set up for the what do you call it? Not neurodivergent. The regular brain. I don't know what it's called.
The regular brain. Let's call it the regular brain.
So it's just that if we know these things about ourselves, now I think they're taking it a little more seriously, where it can really help you be your best self at work, and you can work with people at where they're at to get the best, so they can be at their best, which will help companies and things. So, so anyways, that I'm just like learning all those things. Tesker says, I messed up my knee stepping on a crab apple this year. What?
What's with the crab apple? Okay, so did we get anybody saying what we should talk about?
Well, we've been blabbing for so long that
I never
I'm
said
sure people. Well, I've been blabbing for so long.
Yeah, this is all about you.
Well, what did you want to talk about? You said, oh, this is going to something.
No, because that was messy. That needs to be a members live only, but it's just been
what? Just say it.
Nothing. Well, this is where my thing is. No, I'm not gonna say it because it's messy. It's messy.
Yeah, but now everyone's sitting like when you
that
tease
is
it
true.
like that, it's worse.
Okay, so there's someone that we both follow where I'm trying to figure out what's the end goal.
We both follow.
Yes. That's what I said. I didn't want to get into it.
Oh, like one of the drama tubers
but I don't even think it's a drama channel. It's just like I'm here to defend myself against the drama that somebody else gave.
But that's kind of the whole community, I think, is like defending.
So?
Yeah, I think they all are defending themselves against someone saying something. It's kind of been that way for a while. It's really hard to keep up with.
Can I say? Oh, yeah. I don't want to say it because I don't want to. No, I'm gonna say it. We made it through this year. We did what we said we was gonna do, and we made it through this year.
Yeah,
we did. Girl.
Us? Do you ever think us and JY would be like, nah, kind of? Yeah. Like, yeah.
Wait, damn, we made it through this year. We definitely made it through this year. Put your blowjob in the chat, y'all. We definitely made it through this year.
I mean, he's still messy and dumb and all the stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff's still happening. But
it seems like he's irrelevant now, like completely to this.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that. It's dying and waning, but I wouldn't say irrelevant. I'm not gonna say that.
Really?
But the importance is waning. Because the thing is, it got. How much do I want to say? It became so specific that it was like, I don't live there, so I don't care. It was so it really changed. It really changed.
Oh, his was specific?
It really got really specific, so it changed.
I can't even tell you what he's doing.
I could.
Really?
No, actually, no, I couldn't. No,
I think he's kind of been.
Yeah, just don't. I mean, whatever comes to mind.
Yeah, I think it's more of like the ladies. My
whole thing is this. you could only do that type of stuff for so long because you have to get out of it. I will say I went to because you have to find the other side of it, and either it's very bad.
Maybe we can give advice.
You said what?
Maybe we can give advice.
Maybe we could. I think so I fell in love, and this is all your fault with Trisha Paytas.
Oh, I love Trisha Paytas. Well, I mean, I don't love her like
her until you mentioned her. Now I'm
it's
obsessed.
It's entertaining.
I'm
But
obsessed.
she has a messy past.
The work.
And she's messy.
And she's lived a life. OnlyFans, everything that was going on with that girl who used to put makeup over her lips and talk to children.
Colleen Ballinger.
Yeah, like everything that she's gone through and how she hasn't changed her ditziness, but she's working to get to the other side. I love everything about her story. Everything.
She's lucky though, Busy, because I think she has a lot of white privilege happening for her because she should have really been canceled a long time ago for the stuff she has said.
I mean, I guess she's white, but outside of that, she's fat.
Fat white people still have white privilege.
I mean, she's not as, at least I didn't think the desirability is not.
It's not like pretty privilege, you're saying?
Prevalent. Maybe it's just whiteness that's getting her through.
Well, I mean, she's had so many situations where I think she was almost like, and I don't think anyone ever really gets canceled. They just find a new audience, a new way to make money. Yeah. But I think there's like a consequence culture, but people really want to push this cancel, but I just don't think it exists because everybody who shouldn't necessarily be still, or if the cancel culture was true, they still find audiences. But with Trisha, she's done so many things. And I know you can grow from that, learn from that. And she's a mom now and totally, but there's a lot in her past that you feel like, dang, the fact that she's still able to make good money, still have a platform. That's crazy.
I think it's because she stands in it. So now, one of the things that I was listening to with her before, it was like, girl, this is victimhood. But the other stuff, she's like, yeah, I did it. And she presents herself as someone who, and I could never do, because I have like this very bad fear of judgment and anxiety and stuff like that. But she's like, yep, went through it. I was watching her with a therapist, and she was talking about how she was addicted to opiates.
Opioids.
And 5150'd her.
Yeah.
She got into it, and she got addicted. She said she got addicted to pills, and she was like, "Yeah, I went in." And this was all on her YouTube channel.
I mean, her old, like, especially like her old just vlogs, where she'd be on her kitchen floor, just losing it and being.
Like, that happened to me. So what? And now we're here on Thursday.
Atharella, no, the lady who sang her apology was Colleen Ballinger. And yeah, like April's saying, it doesn't matter like that she's overweight or whatever weight she's at. I don't even know how much she weighs. She's gorgeous.
I have white privilege too.
And you don't gotta be skinny to be gorgeous, clearly.
I think so. I just thought that sometimes white pretty privilege, like they say, like white women are gonna always be revered, or saved by America. That's just the America trope. If you mess with a white woman, you could die. But I also thought there was a tier to which white women, like, oh my God, save me. Yes, we got her. Then another girl's like, oh, save me, but she's overweight and like, oh wait, we gotta save this one first.
Yeah.
But maybe it doesn't work like that, and it's just like.
Well, I feel like the issues or things that Trisha has done and said, I feel like a black woman would never come back that way. I don't think a Mexican woman would. I don't think an Asian woman. Like, I think she is lucky that she's white, and there definitely you can grow and you can change, and that is all possible. But it's like some of these people, you're like, damn,
how are you making it through? Can we talk quickly about, because I know somebody already put it in the comments, and make sure that you're continuing to put stuff in the comments. Luigi.
Oh yes, Luigi.
So what do you have?
I'm
asking you the question first. Do you have
Free Luigi?
And why?
Why do you think, Busy?
I want to know from you.
The same way that America feels. this healthcare system has been jacked, fucked up for so long.
Yeah.
They're killing people. They're making money off dead people. We shouldn't have a system where people who are sick and dying, you can make money off of. Their business model, the only way they can make money of this, health insurance, which really shouldn't even be called health insurance. It should just, because they're not worried about anybody's health, is if they have a profit margin and if they're able to deny enough claims and cases and things so that they can make money. And these people, it's devilish. It's just like, it's cruel.
It's
that
what America was founded off of.
It's horrible. And I am just one of those people that I think it should be a basic right for healthcare. I don't care how poor you are. I don't care how drugged out you are, anything. I think people deserve healthcare. I think healthcare should be a human right. And that's just me. You don't have to agree with that. And so that's why, I love how they were so shocked, like the Trumps of the world, putting him as a terrorist, like he's got all these cops around him. When a rich person dies, it's really like class warfare, like eat the rich at this point. Like they're pushing you toward that. And they're just like, why are these kids today not giving a shit? Somebody died. And it's like, you send these kids off every day to school where they can be shot and killed. And the best you can give them is hide under your desk, cover your head, try to not be in the way of the bullet. And you won't do shit to protect them because there's too much money from the NRA and all the gun proponents.
Can we just all agree that America does not
campaign.
care about children?
No, so don't expect.
Does not care about children.
So that's my thing. Don't expect the who are now adults, or anybody really who has had it's not even a Republican Democrat thing. It really is just like Americans. But I heard something interesting about the generation of kids. So you would be in the generation, I think. So I graduated high school in 1998. 1999 was Columbine. Before then, there were guns in schools, you heard, but mass shootings in schools, really? That was wild. Columbine was the first that really big where it was like, okay. And then it became what it is today. And now we're seeing, get them a bulletproof backpack. It's like, that's the best you can do. Get them one of those classrooms you pull out real quick and it's bulletproof and everybody get in, and teachers are dying and kids are dying. And they were saying that this generation that has had to be in school, and it is a regular thing that at any moment in broad daylight, they can die, they can be shot, and no one is going to protect them. No one is going to help them. Our government could give a shit. Our politicians are bought and paid for when it comes to that. So they have so much PTSD and trauma. So a guy getting a rich man who's responsible, arguably, for a lot of death, has a lot of blood on his hands for being responsible for, ways in which that company, United Healthcare, worked in order to deny people who then died or suffered just so they could make a profit, so kids who grew up through school shootings and stuff, they're not going to go, they're like, it was like broad daylight, it was the morning or whatever. And they shot him. And it's like, yeah, that happens every day in American schools, and you guys do nothing.
Don't care about it.
And you don't care. So why the fuck would why would these kids who have that, or anybody who's dealt with the healthcare system, be surprised? No one's condoning and going,
was going to change America.
Right. Yeah, right.
I seriously, in my heart of heart, once Sandy Hook happened, I was living in Vermont during that time, and I was like, there's about to be a change happening.
You would think, yes, with babies, but now you're seeing younger and younger kids who are going through that. We saw our first girl, I don't think we've ever had in Wisconsin, in Madison. And Chell was like, it was a girl. I was like, no, it wasn't. And I was like, it's getting bad when the girls are, because it's crazy. So yeah, it's not a lack of empathy by the younger people or by us. It's a lack of empathy by our leaders who work for us. We forget that these people work for us. Every representative, senator, politician, president, they work for us, the American people. It shouldn't be teams of parties. I like Republicans, I like Democrats. It should be like, what are you going to do to help us, to help kids, to help make sure that we're safe and they don't have to go to school every day and worry that one of their classmates is going to show up with a gun and then blow everybody away. And you're just like, well, did you use your bulletproof backpack?
Because that's what they're going to say. My thing is this: as a marginalized group, it does not shock me how America has acted. And I'm just talking about as a black man, not even black and queer. And like just as a black person, it does not shock me how America has reacted to any group or any reaction to any injustice. What I think and I feel like it's going to be hard to wake up is that once it starts happening to white people and they don't fix it,
Yeah.
when do white people say, oh, well, hold on, wait a minute? Because as a black person, it's like, well, they segregated schools. They give us the worst education systems. They want to change education systems. They give us the least money when it comes to appropriations and how funding is going to come down to our things. Even though white people kill more people per capita in the United States, black people are the criminals and Mexicans are the criminals. If every black person killed someone and every white person killed someone in America, we would still have like maybe 25% of the killings because there's more white people. If we just did, if all the black people and half of the white people committed crime, they would still have more white people committing crime. Mm-hmm. But in this society, we just have this bias against others. So we are not immune. Now, I mean, I don't have nothing to do with immigration and Mexicans and all of that. Once white people, especially white women, I just gotta say it. I'm sorry, because
don't be sorry. We fuck shit up.
Once white women started seeing their children being harmed and their bodies being regulated, and they still didn't do anything and want to have shock and outrage, I realize we are doomed. Yeah. We are doomed because we're giving power.
Happy New Year.
We are all doomed, and we're doomed by an immigrant. Like it's so weird to me. We're doomed by an immigrant. It's so weird to me that people of color, we saw it coming and we kept trying to say anything, but because it didn't have to directly affect people, you could always say Black Lives Matter and we should do things. But as a white person or a person who's not of color, it doesn't affect you. So your support is like really great. But then when it comes to action, that's what's important. There was a lack of action. And once we saw, I'm telling you, from Sandy Hook, those white women should have been going to all of their husbands saying, no children should be getting killed. No children. And if you vote for this bill, I'm divorcing you. If you vote for this bill, I'm leaving you. Your morals are off. Your standards are off. You're going to send my children, and I don't care if it's private, public school, your values are off. I don't expect it from most white men. But if you are married to a white man or you are a white woman and you let your legislator, representative, anyone still vote for it, then I realize we are doomed.
But don't you think it's interesting too that the expectation for that you just spoke of for white men is so low? So again, it's women having to pick it up, women having to, you know what I mean? Like it seems to be.
It's frustrating. Well, one, patriarchy, hands down.
Hands
okay,
down.
Misogyny.
Target. Sorry.
It's hard to get against that. But what we do know is that for some reason, I don't know, in white culture, marriage is important. When you do business, is he married? Does he have a family? Even if he never talks to his wife or kids. Are you married? Yes. How do you think that your family or your wife will go against you? Because that will talk about how we do business with you. Or affect how we do business with you. We need more, because in the Black community, these women say, vote that way and see what happened to you.
Yeah.
Don't at this house.
It would be great if all white women were as strong as Black women were, especially with this election.
Is this a thing? And I need you to like give me clarity.
Do I have to speak on behalf of all the whites?
You don't have to speak on behalf of the whites, but let me know if you've heard this in your experience. Like
Okay.
it's unfair to have you speak on behalf of whites. There were things that were going around during the election where I guess white women were trying to tell other white women, just vote by yourself and vote who you want to vote for and not your husband.
No, that
And
was it.
What? Why
That
do you
was
have
an
to vote for
ad. That was an ad. I saw it too on TV where they were saying, hey, and also with like two guys that were like bros,
Yeah.
like you might wear the MAGA hat, but literally your wife and daughter, like their futures, at risk. So no one knows who you really voted for. You can say you voted one way, like it's just your vote. Remember, don't
Why
feel the
was that a
pressure.
thing?
Because obviously people feel, maybe they were assuming people were feeling pressure from their spouse or their friend group to vote a certain way. But I think most people understand that.
Have you heard of or have you been around people that have felt like that? Or have you been in community with women who are like,
I feel like
doesn't want me to?
I probably know some women like that
Okay.
that are
What do you think is going to
heavily
happen?
influenced, by asshole husbands, I think.
What do they think? What their husband's going to look at the registry and see how they voted?
Who knows, busy. But like if you're already in a relationship where you fear what your spouse is going to say or think from your own actions, there's so much more going on there that you're just like,
no one knows your vote.
But
I mean, until they know your vote.
But tell that to, like, let's just say it's a worst case scenario, she's in an abusive relationship or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I could see that. I don't know. I don't know.
Have you ever felt like I needed to vote because of somebody else's?
No.
Okay.
No, not me. I mean, I was raised in a very progressive, like democratic, liberal household. My dad is a truck driver, teamster. My mom worked for the state. My parents, we grew up in the city. It was just, that's all I knew, really. Yeah. So I didn't know Republicans when I was growing up. It was like, you're a Republican if you're Alex P. Keaton on Family Ties, or you're super rich. Yeah. But if you live in the city and you're working class and you're part of the middle class, I always was of the understanding you vote for the Democrats. Like, I wish we had more options. I think everybody does, than more than the two-party system. But that's all I knew. And I knew that unions were very important because growing up, that was my dad's job. And we walked lots of picket lines and we had to boycott things. There's still things that we boycott, like in the 80s and 90s, that I'm like, it's okay to buy that. I don't shop at Walmart because of it.
That's what my family is. Yeah.
I'm not like a perfect, like I talked about this on my channel. I still order shit from Amazon. I know I probably support places that I go to Starbucks. They're trying to unionize.
Yeah, I mean, it's very difficult now. The lines get blurry.
Yes. So I'm not like, oh, if you don't do that, you're an asshole. Like, I get why people shop at Walmart. I get why but that's just how I was raised. So that's just all I knew. Same. And so I'm not saying that's the right way. That's just the way. My dad's always been very, very vocal. My mom, my mom worked for the Minnesota State Senate. So we were always around politicians, but mostly Democratic. I mean, she was nonpartisan because she worked in like per diem, payroll, all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
But your friends.
Yeah, I get it.
But she had Republican friends, so
I just never understood people feeling like I have to vote this way or I'm gonna get in trouble.
Oh, I mean, I can see it if you are in a, if you're in a Project 2025 marriage, someone who would support that, you probably have a man who wants to Handmaid's Tale you, and maybe you've convinced yourself now
that you can.
That's because you have a lot of women. We talk about this a lot with internalized misogyny and stuff. There's a lot of women that have been conditioned to believe that, that women suck and that women lie.
Women rock. You create life.
Well,
literally create life. I know that men have forced y'all, or misogyny, patriarchy has forced y'all to feel like y'all have a certain type of role. You literally create, like, somebody pushed you out. Okay, you're trying to tell me what to do, and you want me to put another person out. Women create life. They create
we're the best. We're amazing.
Anything without
Mhm.
women.
I agree. I
You're in
agree.
charge.
But don't you think that's why they are so dead
Scared.
set on keeping the patriarchy
It's fear.
strong? Because they know that if women really were in power and if we really were to run shit, that's what they're afraid of.
Why
Because
won't
we
women
would.
stand up in solidarity?
There's a lot of reasons for that. I mean, you have this society that's conditioned you from a young age, not like the little boys where you play together, you play on teams. I mean, maybe we're getting a little better, but with young girls, if you look at the conditioning from a very young age, it is very, the activities even, it's very competitive. You know, we always are, and we keep these same archaic tropes and cliches of like, you know, boys will be boys and boys just get along better. And girls, you hear parents say, oh, girls are so hard to raise. Oh my God. And it's like, what? And we keep saying that. So we're told we're difficult. We're also told that when a little boy likes us, he's going to spit on us, hit us, or pull on our ponytails. And you come home, you're like, this kid's been mean to me. They're like, he just doesn't know how to express his feelings, but he loves you. So then later you're dating assholes and getting your, fourth divorce from a and they're like, why do women only like assholes? I don't know. Because since we've been out of the womb, you've been telling us that if a guy likes us, he'll treat us like shit. And if a guy is nice to us, he's a pussy and we shouldn't trust him. And he's probably gay. Like that is like what they tell us. So I think there's all this conditioning within the media too. And then you put the beauty industry on top of it and women got it beautiful. Where men, it's like men work together. Men have ideas. If a girl young, that's what I always told my little niece, Lucy, I go, if someone calls you bossy, you say, I'm not bossy. I'm assertive and I know what I want. Because the minute a little girl speaks up, they're like, she's sassy. She's bossy. But if a little boy, they're like, he's going to be a leader. Future president right there. And they encourage, like, even through sports, if you think about it, like team sports were always for boys, but for little girls, like in high schools and junior highs and stuff, they didn't always have that. They were like, hey, go sew something, bitch, or go enter a beauty pageant. So we didn't always, like, even my mom's generation, like, I'm like, Mom, why didn't you play more sports? She's like, well, we didn't really have that for girls until she was maybe in high school or something. So from a young age, boys are told, work together, be on a team. If you speak up, you're a leader. And girls are told, shut the hell up. Okay. Yeah. And also you need to placate to these boys who are being mean to you and pulling your ponytail because he loves you and he can't express himself. And so every boy you meet who's mean to you really just loves you. And you're like, what? Okay, I guess. And then you're also not encouraged to like be a team and work together. It's competitive. Well, who's prettier?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And with everything, with the way you play dolls, with the way, with beauty, are there male beauty pageants? Do we know?
And I've never been.
Maybe. But like the things that they encourage little girls to do are much more it's not as team based. It's like,
so
work
do you think
together.
that we could ever get a second women's suffrage movement? I mean, it will be different, but
well, I mean, they're still trying to figure out the ERA, aren't they? I mean, they didn't get that completely the way they wanted it from the 70s. So, I mean, I think when people stop looking at feminism as a negative thing and stop looking at women standing up for women as a negative thing and stop looking at us as difficult because we want the same things that our male counterparts have and we want to be paid on the same level and we want to be acknowledged. And once people start, even other women, start kind of letting go of that, maybe. But I don't know. I thought by now, at my big age, it'd be better, but it feels like
archaic. Okay, so we're bringing it down. Tell me 3 things. But let's bounce back and forth. What are 3 things you are proud of from this year?
being married. No, I just said that because look at Daddy's comment.
I'll do one. You do one.
Look at Daddy said, even in this YouTube drama sphere, marriage is important. I've watched other women shame single women, and it's the most asinine justification.
How about you go find a man and get married and do what same thing you do?
You ain't. But that's another thing that happens to women. Oh, she doesn't even have a man like that. She's not even good enough for a man.
I saw that other podcast channel. Girl, one person definitely dropped the mic and never picked it back up. But what is being married?
Are you trying to knock on the door of the devil?
I'm just saying.
I can't help you through this.
What does being married do? Child, you saw it. They said drop the mic with who and who. And one person definitely, they dropped the mic, kicked it out, it went into the trash, it became recyclables, and now it's a TV. You definitely dropped the mic. What does married do? Get a man. You don't even have a man. I ain't married, okay? And what does that do? He's sliding you pizza under the door, okay? There's arrest records and warrants for his arrest. What does being married do? Can y'all stop acting like this marriage is this big thing for y'all? Girl, and y'all tax benefits really ain't writing off like y'all think it's writing off. Y'all still owe a whole lot of money in your house and your student loans, and you can't get a bologna sandwich because you owe. Tell us some get married. To do what? To do what? Because you down here on the YouTube. Married is so prosperous for you. Name your business.
Is that what you wanted to talk about? That you were like, I don't want to talk about that.
No, I don't want to talk about it. What I could go down that road. Actually want to talk about the lady who's been telling all her business on live, and it's just like, girl, can you please take a walk outside? I'm trying to give her.
I think she'll get there.
With my friends.
I think that person will get there because there will be a point like we see with
I don't
everyone.
think so. I was listening to one of the videos, and they were like, a person who's in the mental health field told them, keep doing your videos, keep sharing this stuff, keep saying it out loud.
Really?
That's what the person said on the. It was like the last, like 3 videos ago. They were like
videos,
and people keep telling me to stop, but my friend who's in the mental health industry told me keep sharing it, keep talking about your viral diseases. Your venereal diseases and clothes. Keep talking about what's going on down there in your vagina. Keep talking about what's going on in your mouth and how you.
Not to these women. Not
and
to
I'm
these
thinking,
women.
what friend would say continue to do that? If you need to release it, text Joleen.
No, don't text me. Nobody can
text
text
it out.
me.
She'll see it 2 days later. She'll be like, "Oh my God, how are you doing? You'll be dead by the time." But then you got it out.
Well, don't you think, though, it'll just happen like we've seen it happen through the years when these creators go at each other and they kind of were friends and then they're not friends. Eventually, they all go, I need a break, because it takes a mental toll and everyone's a badass and everyone's like, come for me, I got you. But eventually, you as a person, you can't. I don't think it's in most people to go back and forth this much. Like, they're going to do it as long as they can do it, and then they're going to take a break, and then maybe they'll come back with some content.
This is different because sometimes nobody's asking.
Well, oversharing.
You see what the difference is? Nobody's asking. Sometimes it's like, hey, everybody, coming in. Sorry about my discussion back.
Who came out as bisexual the other night?
Who did? I don't know. Can we
I'm happy for them.
Put some stuff in the bag, but I don't know.
Who?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I feel like we
that
see
person is oversharing. Like you said, it's not even like I'm responding to something. Sometimes they get on live and they're like, yeah, so I did do 20 men in one night, but it was very freeing for me. And capitalism has us feeling like you can't share your body to everyone. And knowing me, and I did finance, I made $200,000 that night. Yeah, you don't know about that, do you? Okay? And people want to pick on me. And I know that people are going to make a video and saying, oh my God, I did finance.
I think we can agree that no one's getting bullied. They just go at each other. It's too much. And but like Lala Muggs is saying, we've seen people spiral in this community, so many, and that's and they'll spiral out.
It's not a spiral, but that's what I'm saying. This is, I don't think we're going to get to a spiral. They click on it. Wicked Wednesdays. It's Wicked Wednesdays. I just want to come on and say, having so much fun. But I wanted to adjust a couple of things. Yes, I did used to write bad checks. Oh no, you lying! No. Good night.
Oh my God.
No, I just somebody put it in the comment. No. Okay. Allegedly.
So she said this, like, it's not like it's somebody not us outing someone. Like, this person said that they were.
Yeah, I'm glad you took it down. Did they say it?
Daddy says not Wicked Wednesday.
Yeah, I know how it be. Wicked Wednesday. Hey, just not gonna show my face.
Allegedly.
But I want to say that
Well, if she is, I'm actually really happy for her. I bet you she would find women are great. Find some love, girl. Get a lady.
child, I have so much I want to say.
Oh, she said, okay, so Lala says she said she would consider a woman next. Good for her. Good.
Oh,
Good.
yeah. I mean,
Good.
I'm
I love
okay
it.
with that.
I love
Down
it. I love it. You know what? And a woman will probably make you even happier.
Women know what a woman likes. All right, so let's get to the things you like. You do one, and then I'll do one.
What am I doing?
The things you're.
I
proud of.
forgot now that we're in the bisexuality
Now
and
that
spirals
YouTuber
and
is eating out the giblets.
I'm just like,
You forgot who's doing what. What? Name one thing you're proud of from 2024.
of myself.
Yes, like something that you feel like, you know what?
Oh,
I'm proud of
rescuing
it.
my dogs. Well, I mean, Dave came this year,
Okay.
Teddy and Buffy last year, and my two new kitties.
Why does that make you proud?
Because I love rescuing animals and I love my animals, and that we were able to do it, and now we've grown our little family, our fur family, and I don't know. I guess that's proud, right? I just have a lot of love for them.
I mean, you tell us.
Well, now I'm doubting it. Like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be proud of that. That's just something you should do. Is like rescue animals.
Yeah.
But now I want to rescue all the animals. Oh.
It could be selfish. It could be anything. Well, I guess that was
Tell me
your first.
that you go.
Yeah, that was your first one.
You guys put in chat. What are you proud of?
I'm proud of.
I'm proud of getting more subscribers.
Come on, proud of that. I am proud of. If we're talking about YouTube, specifically with the subscriber, I am proud of taking a break without permission or without regret.
Taking a break from YouTube? Yeah.
Yes. I just stopped.
Mhm.
And I'm proud of that because I felt beholden to, should I do this? I need to talk to Joleen. Why are we doing enough? Oh, no. And it took me taking a break without regret or without permission to say, you decide what is important to you and how you do it. Now, I don't work for YouTube. I work with it. I don't
Ooh, good point.
Yeah, I don't have, they're not telling me when to get on, how to do it, they do not run my life. And neither do the members or subscribers. I love them, but sometimes I felt beholden to them. My personal life and all of that is not that bad.
That didn't sound too good.
No.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, it sounds exactly how. It's not that bad that I have to. So for those who don't remember or don't know, I created YouTube because I was surrounded by people who did not like to talk about the things that I like to talk about. I loved Big Brother. No one around me liked Big Brother. I liked Real Housewives. No one around me liked Real Housewives. I think at that time I was still dating women. And it was just frustrating that no one was interested in the things that I wanted to be interested in. And I created YouTube to find community. Then I started dating people and being around people who like those things. And YouTube became less and less of a outlet because I have Joleen now. And it's like, girl, did you see that thing? And then I literally am friends with people on every season now. So I'm be like, girl, do this really happen behind the scenes?
Yes, you became friends with cast members.
Yeah, Taylor, what does it look like to you?
Mhm.
Like, girl, do you really feel like this? Like, it changed for me. So coming online, it felt different. I didn't have to prove anything or say anything. And then I had a community of people. Maybe I should have found Reddit first. But I had people around that I could talk to these things about. So YouTube became less and less, I hate to say important. I didn't have to dive to it because I already got it out by the time I got to the computer. And then YouTube became a job. Like, you have to give these people a video. You have to make sure. And in my mind, I was thinking, I just came in there to talk to them about things that I like, and then we cultivated a room of things that I like. But now Tay Debate likes it, and we talked through it, so I have nothing to say online. But now I gave myself a break, and I learned that giving myself a break and permission to do it, I'm learning that these people want my opinion and to talk to me just like I want to talk to people. So it doesn't feel like work anymore. It feels like, girl, so hey y'all, I'm about to go to my Big Brother club, and we're about to talk about Big Brother. So I'm looking at YouTube differently.
It should be fun and not
Not
I
work.
think that then I'm proud of being able to keep the semblance of a schedule. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to continue to get better at that. It's just, I always say it'll be at 11:30 a.m. Pacific, usually Monday through Saturday, pending ADHD, and life. And I'm very, I'm proud of my subscribers, and I'm grateful because they understand me. And they're not like, oh, fucking Joleen moved her time or that, they get it. And I've actually seen newer people come into my chats and go, well, what time is this or whatever? And they'll go, hey, she's got ADHD, lay off. Like,
oh, yes.
People will like have my back. Like, you understand, she has time blindness. And I was like, it's like they get me. And a lot of my subscribers, it helps they have ADHD too. So they understand the concept of you're in your time blindness. There's now, and then there's then.
Yes.
And what else is there, and so I'm proud of that. Yeah. Joleen goes live at Joleen time, and that's that. And it's not out of disrespect, and it's not because I'm lazy, and it's not because I'm a piece of shit, which I always was like, God, because you hear that your whole life. It's like, oh, Joleen's gonna be late. And you work so hard to get to a point where you're not the one who's expected to be late, and you don't want to feel like you're disrespecting people's time, because that's the last thing I want to do. But when you have people who are understanding in your journey, and that you recognize this, and you're trying the best you can, and some days it's successful and some days it's not successful, but I'm always going to show up for you and give my best and try to entertain you the best I can. But it's so nice that people are starting to understand that. I feel like that's more proud thing. I don't want to say
that's I like that.
That's good, right?
That's something to be proud of.
Oh, you're really testing my Minnesota Midwesternness. It's like, oh geez, that
was easy. That was good. I'm proud that I started to set boundaries.
Yep, that was good.
I had no boundaries. I responded to everything. I wanted to fight with everyone. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And I've learned through therapy
so awesome
and psychiatry, everybody doesn't deserve busy. So you block out who deserves busy. And if those people are mad at you, then you have to respond to and atone to what they're saying that you did wrong. Hey, you didn't call me. You didn't respond. I thought we were supposed to do something. You dictate, or you set a group of people that are important to you. And those are the people that you hold yourself accountable to. And everybody else, F them.
F them. You're not going to be for everybody. And if you are for everybody, then you're for nobody.
So I'm glad that I started to set boundaries. I have a lot of stuff that's happening with me, and only a few people know. And the people that I want to know, because I have stress and anxiety and stuff around these things that are happening, and only a few people know. And I picked a small group. And I've learned that, you know what? It makes it so much easier that everybody doesn't know my business. I don't have to tell.
Yeah, because you are the type of person where you have so many friends. Everybody likes you. And that must be so much pressure to keep up with all of that.
Everybody feels like you're leaving them behind. Or
because everybody thinks they're your bestie because they feel good around you and you make them feel good. And then they're like, oh, and that would be too much pressure. That's why I know everyone does not think that I'm their bestie. And I think people that, but I mean, even like with subscribers, with April, is like, Jolene's my bestie in my head. Like, but my subscribers, I feel like they're my friends and they get me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so, but I'm talking about like in life.
In real life, everybody doesn't get me. I know when people get me when they're not mad at me. I think it's similar to you. They're not mad at me for being me. Like, I picked people to be in my circle that are like, it's irritating that he's done that, but he will do that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just it. And then I left the people out who are like, well, I stopped doing this because he doesn't. Because some people, and I love that for them, they have their boundaries. I cannot fit within your boundary box because I have my boundaries. So let's just be associates and agree to that. And then my box is people who we have a social agreement where you raggedy, I'm raggedy, but we love each other. And we love each other for raggediness.
I like
If
that.
Joleen was 20 minutes late, I probably would have just sat there for 10 minutes and then started it in 20 minutes. And then we would have banter for 10 minutes. And then we would have continued on the show. But I wouldn't be like, oh, always like, I can't believe it. It's getting out of control. I can't believe this. I can't work with her. She's my friend. And she gets me and I get her. And those are the people that I'm surrounding myself with. Well, I don't know how we even still got this channel going. We both have
April, you're my best.
very inconsistent tendencies.
Yeah, I'm grateful that people still show up for us, you know, because it's definitely not because we don't respect our channel. It's just trying to find the time to do all the things we want to do. And me with my channel, and then you with your career and stuff, and me, you know, transitioning over as a full-time content creator comedian over the past year. It's been crazy because it literally, I was telling people because they're like, what's that like? You know, like family members, I think even older family members are like, so are you going to go back into corporate America? I'm like, no, this is working. And they're like, I go, but it's a hustle. You literally have to hustle for yourself every single day. You start over basically every month. And
then your dad is sending you 70 or you need to get out of the bed. I heard you say you're grinding this 70-year-old woman. I you know what? I think that's what I love about you, and you inspire me. I'm not.
You are being so nice to me. I feel like I don't deserve it. And okay, but okay, I'll let you. But I'm just like,
why do you feel like you don't deserve it?
I don't know. I just am like, am I dying? Like, what's happening? What do you know? Something I don't know.
Daddy will tell you. Well, since you're in bed all the time, no, I do want to make sure that I go into 2025 letting the people who are important to me know why they're important to me and how much they inspire me and how much I love them. And I know that I'm not a phone talker. I hate it. And I don't talk to the people that I love the most every day because they get all of the stuff that I'm going through. But I do feel like sometimes you may forget how much I care about you. And I don't say it enough.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all
tell you all my business, but I don't say I care about you. So here's all my business.
That's so nice of you to say, and I appreciate you saying nice things and respecting the hustle, because I think now also creating my own schedule, people are like, oh, can you do this? Can you? And it's like, well, I don't have a 9 to 5. And so, and if I'm on my
can do it. Do the thumbnail. Do it now.
But you know, it's like I don't have the same hours that I used to be like, oh yeah, at 5 o'clock I'm done, and maybe I'll do a live at like 8 or 6 or something. Now it's like I really want to make, you know, this a priority, but I also still have to have like a social life. But it's like it's a hustle every.
Oh, you want more money? Do a live. Do it now.
Yep.
Do it with me.
Get on.
Chickenhead is giving $1. We are about to be rolling in the dough in 2025. Thank you, Chickenhead. Said we own a business in each month.
Yeah, that's what it feels like when you kind of work for yourself, or you're, you know, because I have always been a cog in the corporate America system since I graduated college, and even before. I mean, I don't know if restaurants, well, yeah, restaurants, like corporate stuff. But so now not having that, like, oh, every 2 weeks, yeah, I know no matter if I do a good job or I just fucking dial it in, I'm getting this amount of money.
Yeah.
And now it's like, no, if I don't put the work in, if I don't show up, my videos don't get made. I don't get ad revenue. That doesn't happen if I don't show up for my members. If I don't, you know what I mean? And and then if I don't book the comedy shows, then I'm
it's hard coming from a has-been comedian to like a full-time, like,
especially when you have to pay the audience.
Oh God, because now you're saving more because you don't have to pay them anymore.
Yeah, it's like I can't pay. I used to be able to pay the audience, like, well, you know, pay to perform, and now it's like I gotta like figure something else out. So
and I'm glad and I'm happy for you.
But it's kind of cool because it's like you get to control your destiny in a way. Like I don't know how long or what this will evolve into or what'll happen, but for the first time, it's like I like what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I'm like in control of it. You know what I mean? Like and I never thought I was like, I'm gonna die in a corporate job I hate. Because I know some people have careers they love. I didn't.
I love my career.
I just didn't. I was like, I just want to be a comedian. I just want to talk
First
shit.
time I met you, you were like, please get me out of here.
Yeah, I was so just like, oh my God. And they were like, let's grow. What's, every year I hated when you get the like performance reviews and they're like,
yeah, in 1 year you got up there and I was thinking,
I know.
And you're like,
and they want to promote. And
no.
I'm like, why do they want to promote me? Like, I'm not, I don't like it. I know that I'm like easy. I know one thing about myself, I'm easy to work with. I know that because once you get in corporate America, you see people who are not easy to work with. You're like, oh shit, I'm pretty easy. Minus the time management. Like I'm pretty easygoing and stuff when you figure out there's like narcs and weirdos.
I'm horrible to work with.
But yeah, it's like what every year was like, well, okay, what's our growth plan? I'm like, just keep paying me this and I'm going to keep doing my comedy and shit. And I don't really want to grow. I don't want to get any better in this. Like, I don't like it. But you can't say that because you need a job. You got to pay bills and stuff. So it was like a mixed blessing getting laid off right after buying a house.
Because it's so different from us. Because you know how much I really...
You love your job. I'm like, I've never felt that way in the jobs I had.
I love my job and I love everything about it and I want to grow more and more and more and more. I'm excited about the changes that are happening, the growth that's about to be happening more. YouTube is cute, girl. I am not an entrepreneur. It's not in my spirit.
Your spirit.
It's never been in my spirit. If I had to figure out a way to get the money myself, I'll be dead.
You would not. Or
OnlyFans.
You would kill it on OnlyFans.
That's what the people say. And I mean, I used to be 2 paychecks away from doing it.
2024 changed all that.
Yeah,
I still haven't written off the possibility of like doing feet stuff. I mean, Hype Man Husband Shell is like,
you stop doing the feet channel.
You're starting rumors. Yes.
Somebody said Joleen minds her business, owns her business,
love this.
Business. And I want to say this, Prince of Peace. She does not mind her own business. Her channel is riddled with her talking about other people's business. Okay. Does she own her business and stand on business? Yes. But if she's like, okay, you guys, let's get to whoever restaurant and now they're living by themselves or whoever this man is who was cheating with his girlfriend and not you, she's in other people's business.
The TV people's, yeah.
Yeah, so she doesn't mind her own business and neither do I. But she does stand on business.
Do need to do a show in Santa Barbara because I love Santa Barbara. I go to Santa Barbara every year.
We are coming. Never mind.
Oh, Brian says, I will share your low. I will share your low. I will share your low. Let's go.
I will share your low. I will share your low. I will share your high. Let's go.
Oh, I will share your high. Let's go. Oh, I read that wrong. I can't read. Party Rock.
I'm waiting for
come to multiple comedy shows of mine. I still have to pay her for coming to the show.
Oh, okay. So, well, first of all, you need to go. It's in the fine print. Maybe you just hit accept. You have to come to 10 shows consecutively, and then you get your $10 check.
Oh my God, that is what a deal.
Jamie said working for busyblu and Associates sucks. We are still waiting on a check. We do checks biannually. Okay, so you know that you're probably still waiting in yours, but you're about to get into year 2.
Biannually.
Definitely better get yours soon.
Brian says, "I love being that guy." You know, there's got to be. Sometimes those are the most fun people too, who are like, this fucking place. Yeah, Busy got his bag. Busy secured things in 2020.
No, I'm not rich, but I feel like I don't have to worry about the stresses of life anymore.
Busy was stressing even. I mean,
we were okay.
I'm a bit mad if I say that. Because you were telling me like, and I was like, that sounds like I would be fine.
I was like, no.
I was like, what kind of lifestyle are we living over there?
I went to Howard University, a private institution.
True. I went to UW River Falls, not a private. They called it Moo U.
Cost a whole lot of money. And then when me and Joleen became friends, we started saving up for a house. Then we bought a house and then I got a new car when I was with her. I used to travel because Then CBS wanted me to start doing things, and I was doing these things. And then I started, but they wouldn't pay you to travel.
No, they were spreading you very thin.
And I was like, I can't do all of this stuff. It's too much. And then they stopped paying me to do the stuff, and it was just like, okay, you want to do stuff with me? It got real awkward. And I was thinking, this is not gonna help me. But then I stood in my power, and I told Joleen exactly what I was doing. I said, you know, I'm about to go in there. I'm done with this mess. And I'm about to say this stuff, or I'm about to go ahead.
He was like done. I'm like, oh damn. And he's like, I'm YouTubing. And I'm like,
that's what I said.
welcome.
I'm about to become a full content creator because I'm done with this. I'm about to work for myself. And then my company was like, nope. Do you like this number? And I said, you know what?
And then he told me the number. I was like, I like this number. I like this number a lot. And
I don't want to say I secured the bag because there's I don't have a child yet. I'm not married. Like there's so many other things that I could be doing that's gonna cost more money. I'm living comfortably. Like, and especially as a Black queer male, I'm living comfortably. Somebody says everybody gets a check. Everybody gets a check. So Busy is not paying his employees. Oh, don't show it. No, my employees do get paid. Let's be clear. They get paid. It's biannually. And some people they forget and then they get upset. There's outrage. Jamie B's one of them. Jamie B sent me the most amazing gift this year. And it matched the Christmas tree that you gave me, which I still use.
Was it one of the blue, like hanging?
You got one too?
He's making me one.
Christmas. You're Mariah Carey.
Well, he knows that I'm late to everything, so he does you first because you are a little more punctual. You're not even that punctual.
I'm not. I was gonna say, what were you about to say? Because girl, I don't have it. When you said you're easy to work with and all of those things, no one. People like to work with me because of I make everyone feel like they're my friend. I'm extremely bossy. I'm extremely judgmental. Yes. I always have feedback. I am not the easiest to work with. People love me because I'm personable. So then my critiques don't feel as bad. But I'm like, hey girl, what is this? Let's show me. Oh, what were you going for with this? I think it would be better if it looked like this. And can you just change everything that you put here and just like start from scratch? No, girl, I know it look rushed.
Yeah, it looks like you spent 3 months on this. It looks like 3 days.
Like it, girl, that like, is, you know how I be. Okay, so tomorrow's too. Is it too early for just tomorrow morning? Because I have a thank you so much. And can you just, you know how I be, girl. You know I'll be up. So can you send it 8:00 tonight so I can review it before tomorrow's thing so you can get it to me tomorrow? That people like me because I'm personable. I am the worst to work with. I'm bossy. I mean, I'm rude. I say stuff out loud for you to catch it. I'll say, you watched The Devil Wears Prada. Where's that piece of paper I had in my hand yesterday? That's who I am.
Oh, don't be that.
Oh, it's too late.
Oh no.
It really is how I've always been. But I've always worked with people who are like, that's busy. I'm like, hey girl, write down tomorrow Tuesday. I'll remember. Write down. I need to get that thing. Can you tell such and such to do that?
Izzy does need an assistant.
I do.
In life,
he says it all the time. He's like,
oh
you just
my God.
need a living assistant. The problem is, I've been with my mom all week, and I'm like, call this person, text this person.
Your mom's like, no.
And then after it, she says, I thought you said you was calling the person. No, I said to call the person. I said to ask the person. But that's how I work. And I work with people who acquiesce to that because I'm personable. It doesn't feel like work. It feels like we're doing things for friends.
Oh, so you're letting us know your manipulation tactic.
It's not manipulation because I'm telling you exactly what to do. And I'm also your friend. Girl, you look nice today. This is not your best. You know, girl, I thought so. And I thought you would feel that way. Just change everything about this. And can you do it in 2 hours? And let's see. Hey girl, and you want to? I'm gonna get you lunch because I want to get some Chipotle. You want Chipotle? I knew you were. Okay, I'll wait a minute. Okay, and then send it to me. You know what?
You're
Give
like,
it
oh, girl, but
30
you should
minutes.
get like half. You should get a half order because we're
I would see. I would
getting
never be.
pleasantly plump.
Okay.
April says, "Love you guys. I got to go spend time with my family." April, happy New Year. Hope
Oh my
everyone.
God, so do I. I'm gonna spend some extra time with Joleen because I want to.
Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet.
So what are some resolutions you have for the year?
Oh God.
Or
We already
just
said
name
that.
one.
We already said it.
No, we didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was yours?
Work out more, and yours was get abs.
Oh, we started off with that and then you left.
Mhm.
So what's your next one?
Oh Jesus, that's it. Or
You know what I think? What? Okay, I'm gonna tell you a goal, and you should tell me one. I think one of your goals should be.
you are like my manager today.
To be honest, I feel like one of your goals should be because I want to see you get back into it.
Okay.
Either a YouTube or a YouTube or a production produced stand-up special. I say you do a
That
one
yes.
woman Jolene, one not only name it something. You know what type of comedy I like the most? Stand-up comedy.
Yep.
What is it?
In stand-up comedy?
The stand-up
like
comedy that I
improv?
like the most is called
Improv?
No.
Crowd work?
Yes, I love crowd work.
Which
I
is
love
like
crowd work.
kind of improv. Kind of.
So do two specials. Do one of you doing regular
Well,
and then crowd work. Do you not like crowd work?
no, I like crowd work. I like it all. But I told myself this year I was going to record an album, and then this year got away from me. So maybe next year that can be a goal. But everything's kind of been, Chel's about to graduate, from school. So we've kind of
Are we
been.
invited to the graduation?
Well, my mom is coming, my niece and nephew, my dad.
Oh, so people have already been invited. So
Well, we don't have anything planned. I should have something.
the graduation is planned. Is it limited seating?
I'll have to ask. But you're of course invited.
Apparently not, because the people have
No,
already.
I had to think about it. There might be limited seating, but it's kind of been like Chel, support.
Cross the finish line. Okay.
Yeah, like it's he's working and going to school full time, working full time, going to school full time. We're just trying to cross that, and then that'll free up.
We get a different dog every month. Different. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it.
And then it is like Mims was going to give me he said he was going to have an intervention with me.
About what?
The dogs.
I know he's it doesn't sound like he's a degree. So if I can be a help to your resolution, what's the easiest way? So wait, what is the goal? To do a album,
Well, I think
a
I'm
crowd
going
work
to.
visual, or
Well, it would be an album, and then there'd also be video. So I have to get with either I produce it myself or I get with a label, which I do have labels I can reach out to, because you have to reach out to someone with comedy who can get it on serious, because that's how you make the most money.
Okay.
You don't really make it off people like buying your album per se, but if you can get it certain jokes in rotation on Sirius XM and on comedy channels and stuff, that's how you make that kind of passive income for comedians. And so I've been putting off doing an album, and I should have like 3 albums out by now.
Have you already started
comedy
writing, or do you work with writers? Like, what do you want?
No,
But you like do all of yourself.
And I need to what they kind of call burn your old material onto the album, and then you can go on tour with that, and then you write new material.
Okay.
And then after the album's out, I mean, you could still use those jokes if you want to, but I was always, when I started stand up, it was like, you have to be doing this 20 years before you make an album. And that was the dumbest advice anyone ever gave, because it's a great way to make money. Is putting out an album. So I need to do that. I don't know if 2025 will be. I guess I could make it the time to do that.
Okay, so it sounds like it's a lot of work to do an album. Would a recorded live show be easier?
Well, that's essentially what it would be. Is like how you record an album is you can schedule some shows to know, okay, this is what I'm going to have on my album. You run it a couple times on some shows, and then you book probably like 4 days of shows, or 2 nights with 2 shows, early show, late show, early show, late show. And then what the editors and, whoever's producing it, what they do then is they take the best of those, put it together into a special and an album. Does that make sense? So you do multiple comedy shows doing the jokes you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then you take the best ones of those and kind of put them together. That's what a lot of people do.
Okay.
So it's all doable. It's just been on the back burner, traveling for stand-up and stuff with Challenge School and with, with my doogies.
I think you can do it. I feel like what would be great is if you just did, because you've been doing comedy shows. Is there no one there to just record it so that you put it live?
I record them all, but I mean,
put them up.
No, because you want to get, if you're going to have like a special, you want to get like my friend Sean.
Well, let's not call it a special.
Good audio, good.
Because there's a
I'm
man
recording on my iPhone.
There's a man that I have
I
record journalists, and they say everything that they post.
Oh yeah,
on the news is on their iPhone.
But I need to be better about putting my clips, because I can take those and make them into clips. But as far as putting a whole, and I used to be better about. I have tons of old videos, newer videos that I can pull and do clips.
Do you want us to go through them? I want to see how I can help. Go through them.
So sweet. You don't have to help me with that. You don't have to. It's literally just me pulling certain clips, putting the captions on it, putting it in the right format, and putting it out there. Yeah.
And just do one every 2 days or 3 days. There's a white man that I started following. I can't remember his name. He's young. I watched 2 of his specials.
Matt Rife.
Yes. And I see him all the time. All the time. He seems very progressive, even though he does racist jokes. But he also does a lot of crowd work, which I love. I watched his crowd work Netflix special.
That's how he kind of like his stand-up came about, is
because he's so good at it. He's so good at it. You know who my favorite crowd work person is?
Who?
I told you.
Oh, Kathy Griffin.
No, she doesn't do crowd work.
Give me a hint.
RuPaul.
Oh, I wouldn't even.
That's the hint.
Oh, RuPaul is the hint. I don't know.
Bob the drag queen. And I'm
learning about Bob.
I've been sending you all of his. First of all, I sent you all of his clips. I sent you all of his crowd work.
Where?
How much you want to bet? How much do you want to bet?
Well, I don't want to bet because you seem very sure and I seem very not. Is it in text?
Yep.
How long ago? You sent me a Real Housewives of Salt Lake City thing. You sent me Ariana Bierman.
You could also just search Bob the drag queen.
We sent each other some drama back and
forth. We did send each other some drama. But you guys, while she's looking for it to prove me right, because she's definitely wrong.
You've sent me stuff on Aaron. You sent me stuff on
Bob the drag queen is my favorite crowd work person. And just tons of
drama. Is he a comedian?
She's a famous drag queen. Well, he's a famous drag queen.
I know, because he's going to be on Traders.
Yep. And we talked about crowd work one time, and then I was like, oh my god, I love Bob the drag queen. You need to watch.
I'm already back like to September.
I'm going
back, forth and forth.
Oh, let me see, Joleen. And then go to links, because I sent her links clearly. See all the links. The links are let's go to some of these things you shouldn't see, but this is one of the links I sent you. It says right there, crowd work by Bob the drag queen.
It must be, the date you sent
and
it?
This says Joleen.
you know the date? Oh, I found it. It's August 20th.
Yeah. And what did I
Woke
say
up
to it?
to pee, wanted you to have this, and I hearted it, and I never watched.
And you never watched it. Because I love Bobby Drag Queen. I love Bobby Drag Queen's crowd work. And I love that special. It's on YouTube. There's several of Bobby Drag Queen specials on YouTube and
I
on
love
Netflix
that.
and on Amazon
Okay,
Prime.
this will be great. I just saved it to my list on YouTube to watch later because this will be great to prepare me for Traders season 3 since Bob the Drag Queen's going to be on it, and everyone keeps telling me I'm going to love.
You have a long way to go.
Well, yeah, I just
I
never.
thought if we're being friends, open and honest, you have a long way to go. So
Okay.
in 15 years, when your premenopause is done, and you're playing when you're what are those pills you're taking? The barbacoas? What's the black kosher holster?
Not the coach.
You'll be
No,
ready to
just
go on it.
the normal drama. Like here and there, Busy and I will something will pop up and we'll be like, oh, and send it to each other. But to say we're like completely caught up, we would be lying.
Oh yeah, we would be lying.
We don't. Now it's just more like fun to pass it back and forth to each other and go, oh my God, like occasionally.
Sometimes we're just both up. Well, to me,
We
it's
happened
late at
to
night.
both be
It's
watching
not
one
late
the
at
other
night.
night of
Yeah.
that lady. And it was
It's
just
happened
like,
twice.
it did when,
Well, it's the same lady.
yeah.
But once it happened, I was like, oh my God. The
He's
second
kind of
time
the
it
star
happened,
of the.
I was like,
place.
I'm writing and I'm
Yeah,
commenting.
you wrote in the chat.
Or did several times.
What'd you say?
Get off and take a walk.
You were just giving advice.
And then people in the comments was like, listen to Busy. Busy Blues here. Listen to Busy. But yeah, so I'm going to help you do. I think as a friend, and you don't have to take my advice because there are more people more qualified than me. As a friend, I say go through those old clips, slice and dice those up, and then just start putting them out slowly.
Okay.
And then I say start. I mean, it's very good. You're easy to. You're bookable. You're not banned. So book some shows, slice and dice those things up, and then next year could be a more extremely produced thing. But right now, get those things out there. I just like the shorts of Matt. When he's like, "What's your name?" and you say you slept with who? And it's just one thing for one person, and I love it. And I can rewatch it over and over again. I'm like, I like this person. And then after one whole year of just seeing little clips, then I learned you have a Netflix special.
And then what'd you think of that?
The crowd work one, really good. I love it because it's just crowd work. Just like the one I sent you with Bob the Drag Queen. The first one, the one that wasn't crowd work, I'll stick to the talking to people. But the crowd work one, I was like, this is amazing. I think what's so amazing about comedians who are able to do crowd work is how easily they're able to switch throughout other people sending things to them. Like, yes, I'm a nurse. And it's like, okay, you're a nurse. And then randomly, but my daddy used to, touch me properly. Okay. Well, I didn't think we were going there. Oh, yeah. And now my baby was adopted and I can't find her. Okay. And I love when a comedian is able to say, okay, how do I wrap this up in the bubble and then let's play off? Like, it's still funny. Let's play off of it because she gave me a lot of trauma.
Yeah.
How
people will.
Funny, and people will. This one lady was talking about her mom who's doing sex toys, but they used the sex toys on her, and then what was going on with her dad. And the whole time it was so funny. Still, and then the callbacks
can be the most
callbacks. Like, oh my God, you need to talk to the sex lady. Like, it's the call. I just think it's so intelligent. People who can do crowd work, they're revered in my head.
Dang, Busy.
I think very highly of them. Also, we're going to see Kathy Griffin's last show. She's going to be here in February.
Is it her last ever?
Well, I think her voice is gone. It's going to be a long tour. And I think she's kind of like taking it out. So we're going to go see that. I'm really excited. It's going to be next year in February. What's going on with the glasses? It's about 5:00. You got to put those on. Those readers. Get the readers out.
5 o'clock. We gotta start wrapping it up because I gotta go see if my husband needs help. Because maybe I could chop something, but I'm sure everything's done. But I'm
I
gonna
ain't that for you.
put it out there and say hello, sweetie.
What I would need from you and what my goal
Oh
is for 2025
Jesus!
would be
Oh no!
what?
No,
So,
you're giving me tasks.
well, no, you don't need to take any test. Sorry. I want to, because I have a small circle that I'm concentrating on. I want to make sure that whatever your goal is, you know that I am going to try my best to help you as much as possible. You
Oh,
don't have to do the same, but I want to
there's
be
my
a very
man.
supportive friend.
I do need help.
Okay, well then we can leave. We don't have to talk
No,
about
no,
my.
you tell me. I don't want to interrupt you. I was just
No,
joking.
it's okay. I have stuff that I have to do.
No, we won't do that. I should have been paying better attention, and you communicate to me what you were going to say, and I will respect it.
You
You were giving me tasks, like do this.
I have no task. I
Okay.
just want to be a better person and communicate better.
Oh, but finish it, would you?
That was it. That was it.
Okay.
That
Did I
was
hurt
it.
your feelings?
No.
Okay. I'm sorry if I did.
If you
I
don't-
think it's so sweet that you want to help me and that you're encouraging me to put out more of my stand-up clips because it is something I do need to get better at.
Mhm.
But it's crazy. I was talking to my friend Amber, who's a comedian, and it's crazy how things since the pandemic, it's turned into now comedians need to constantly be putting out little clips, and it's just
It's
like
hard.
yeah, and it's also like you don't want to put everything out there because you want people to still, but people still go to your shows, and even if they've heard the same jokes, if they like you, they like you. But
won't
yeah,
does it not build anticipation?
I think so, but it's just like it's like, oh Jesus, now we gotta, do the thing and pull the thing and then it's just kind of like now
And
you look at
I don't know comedy, so I don't know how
every
that.
show differently because everyone's filming everything and you're kind of like, okay, you're not, sometimes it doesn't feel as in the moment because you're like, well, I gotta make sure this is pretty good because I gotta get a clip out of it.
Yeah,
Instead of and I like to just be like in the freaking moment. Like if
I love that.
anyone has seen me, daddy PMR and stuff, I just really like to be in the moment. I like to dig my feet in, especially when I'm headlining and I have like an hour or so. And I just like to do what I want to do, have fun, talk to
I've never
people.
seen you. I need to come and see you.
Yeah, you gotta get to. Well, I got to do a show out in
Well,
the
you're more of a West Coast comedian.
yeah, well, Midwest, Southwest,
Where was it? Or over
South,
here. Nowhere
Atlanta.
over here.
Well, you know what? Next time I go to Atlanta, you should come with me. And we can just
Oh,
run
that would be
around
fun.
and do a bunch of shows and you just be like my manager road dog.
Oh, I would be on it. You know what I
And
did learn is
It's
that
the best comedy scene. Atlanta's like the best comedy scene in the country.
really.
Oh my God, it's amazing. The comedians are amazing. The venues are amazing. The people are amazing. The crowds are amazing. I can't say enough good things about Atlanta. If I ever get a chance to like pick like a high production, I would obviously want to do a special in Minnesota, but I would love to do it in
Oh,
Atlanta.
that would be iconic. Where in Minnesota would you play?
Well, if there's a comedy club, I would want to probably be
But
at
outside
Acme.
of a comedy club, well, I guess you should be able to do it there.
No,
but
you
if
can
there's
sell
something
out
else-
like big theaters. Get a theater.
Is there a big theater that you're like, I need to go?
No, not that I can think of offhand.
Mhm.
I'm also not super cultured and I don't remember the theater's names.
Oh my God, stop saying that. I would love to go there. I remember, because I listened to My Favorite Murder with Georgia Hardstark and Karen Kilgariff, and when they first started their tour, they would read the same murders for both shows. So they had a day show and then a night show, and people who loved them were like, "We're going to both." And then for the first couple of shows, they were like, "Oh wait, we have people who are coming to both, so we actually need to not. We have to write new jokes." And then go into new murders.
Oh shit!
Which is what I'm hearing you say. Like, if I go to a different place, because what if a person follows you from place to place? They're like, I gotta go to all the Joleen shows. I know people who are like, Catherine is gonna be in Salt Lake
I
City.
guarantee Daddy and PMR have heard a lot of the same jokes and they still come out. But it's like, are people going to memorize it? No, they're not going to remember.
Oh, so then the last would be the same.
Yeah, sort of. You always want to incorporate some new, but yeah, I think, but that would be so fun if we went like a lot of the comedians that are like blowing up now are out of the Atlanta scene.
Really? Who are your top 3 favorite comedians right now?
I don't have them.
Really?
No.
I think I would say my top 3 favorite comedians right now, because what I did start to do during this year, going to local shows. It was because my friend, once he went into a breakup, he was like, "I'm going to comedy shows. Come with me." Some were really bad, but there were some like really like no name people who I was like, "This is crazy.
Oh,
Why are you opening? Why are you not opening?" Like,
because they don't know the right people.
the people were bombing. Clearly, I love Matt. We talked about Matt. I think it's unfair to say Kathy Griffin because I mean she's touring and I like her.
Yeah.
But it's unfair to say her. Bobby Drag Queen, who has been touring, and is gonna start the second leg of the tour after it premieres. And Monet Exchange, but I think that's unfair. So I've been liking drag queens. So actually not Monet Exchange because they're just too sexual. I'm gonna say Trixie Mattel. And they're gonna be touring in Australia now next.
Is Trixie a comedian? I mean, Trixie's funny.
Yes, Trixie does do comedy.
But is like a stand-up comedian?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I watch Trixie's like videos on YouTube and
Yeah, I think that's where a majority of the popularity comes from. They've had 2 stand-up shows so far, and then they're gonna be touring again. But then
so do you
after
think
that,
Trixie
they're gonna
kind
start
of
doing DJing.
transitioned into it as their popularity grew on
Mhm.
RuPaul's? Yeah, because that's what happens is a lot of the people that you know they want to put together like a one-person show, or sometimes if they're funny, people say be nice to each other, just do stand up. Come here, Buffy. Come here, Teddy.
You know what I did like, but they reuse their jokes, which is why I stopped liking them. What's the girl who like really
People
tore
reuse their jokes for a long time.
No, this woman like really reuses her jokes.
Who?
She's gonna be hosting one of the major awards.
Who? What does she look like? How old is she?
Okay, she's blonde. I don't know how old she is. She has filthy, dirty jokes. They're normally about her vagina, who she slept with.
Oh, you're talking about Nikki Glazer?
Nikki Glazer.
Yeah.
Every time her jokes are, I can say them with her.
Where though? Where? Because she has new material and she goes out with it.
I haven't seen any new. Look at the whole. Everybody in the comments are like, "Yeah, we know who's reusing the jokes." So what is?
Or if you talk about a skinny blonde white chick who does sex jokes, people are gonna say Nikki Glazer. Yeah.
And I feel like they're always the same. So much so that someone on this last season of RuPaul's Drag Race just used Nikki Glazer's jokes.
No way. She's very talented though. And
So
she's a good roaster too.
I watched her roast Kim Kardashian's. Was he her ex or somebody, her lover or something?
We're talking Tom Brady's roast?
Tom Brady's roast.
The football
So
player?
like,
Oh,
my God. This girl.
I love how you know Tom Brady as like, didn't Kim Kardashian date him? Not that he was like the Super Bowl winning quarterback of the New England Patriots. I love that.
What does anybody remember what Wendy Williams always said? I don't watch sports unless they intersect with pop culture.
Yeah.
That's
how I got into football.
I don't watch sports unless they intersect with pop culture. So it was Got Mick. Good. There you go, Jamie B. So Got Mick like really just said all her jokes. So then I watched the roast and I was like, this lady is so funny. Oh my God. Then I saw she had 2 Netflix specials. Yeah. I watched the special and I said,
they're not the same, her Netflix specials. They would not let her
rewatch it.
Are they similar like themes? Is that what? Because they would not give her 2 Netflix specials to do the same material. They wouldn't pay her twice for 2 separate.
So one was just her doing the sex, I'm white, all of these just hypersexual other jokes. Then the next one was I'm old and white and doing the sex.
So it's the same theme, you're saying, but not the same joke.
Girl, watch it. And then come back to me and say, I
rarely watch comedy specials, and comedians that are my favorite are like cuckoo bananas. Like I just love very outlandish.
Name one.
Huh?
Name one.
Well, I have a lot. There's a lot of people I like.
You don't have a fave?
No, isn't that weird? Like it's almost like
It is strange.
a current favorite.
Yeah.
There's so many funny people and funny women.
That's true.
I mean, I really like Deborah DiGiovanni, but a lot of people haven't
I
heard
have
from
no
her. But
idea
if
who
you're
that is.
Canadian, you know Deborah. She was huge. I think she won like Canadian, and she's so naturally funny, witty, outgoing. She's quick on her feet.
Ooh,
She's her energy.
I
If
love
you
that.
guys can look up Deborah DiGiovanni, she's successful. She hasn't like blown up. I don't even think she has like a Netflix special, but she's so fucking funny.
I love
And
that.
she's great. And she's a great
I'm
joke
gonna look her
writer.
up.
Taylor Tomlinson, obviously, she's
Ooh.
fantastic. She blew up. Now she has multiple Netflix specials. She's very young and she's super nice. And she hosts that late night show now. There's like a late night show she
I'm not
hosts.
into younger comedians. I want my comedians to be like
Miss Pat is
what?
fucking hilarious. Always
Who?
gonna laugh at Miss Pat.
Miss Pat. Okay. I like my comedians 30, 35 and up. I don't like except for Matt.
Yeah, I feel kind of the same way too.
Yeah, I want them to give me age.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
you do
Okay.
have to go.
Still need my help. We're running out of time. We got to go to our friend's house. Sorry, guys.
That's true. I love you, Jolene.
Love you too.
We
Happy
have
New
more
Year.
of this content coming into the new year. We didn't even talk about anything.
Yeah, we did. We talked a lot of things.
I never gave my goals. Put into the comments your goals as we leave. Happy New Year to everyone. Happy Kwanzaa. Today is Kuumba, creativity. So do something creative for yourself.
Which is why we were talking all this creative stuff.
Go into the new year with intentionality, with purpose, poise, ideas, reflection. Think about all the things that happened poorly in this year and throw them away. Do this for yourself. Write it down on a piece of paper and throw it outside. And then you celebrate with the people around you with love, spirit, happiness, purpose, because it's going to be different. We're going to need each other
Really nice.
this next year more than you know, especially people who watch this channel and this content in our communities like this. So love up on each other. Tell each other how much we love them, appreciate them, how
We
strong,
love you.
how smart they are, how encouraging they are, because we need to remember our power as other people try to silence it. You all are amazing. You all are loved. You all are supported.
Shout out to our mods for showing up after.
Shout out to the mods. Shout out to everybody who gave a super chat.
Members, super
Okay?
chatters.
Our members. We want to be here without you guys. We have a lot of stuff that we want to do in the new year. And with your all love and support, we'll continue to do that. Jolene, you mean the world to me. And I want you to know that and feel that, even if, because we don't talk every day, but when I am in crisis, I go to you and I rush to you and I tell you things that I don't tell anyone else, because you matter to me. You give advice and I can open up to you, be honest and vulnerable. And I hope that in this new year, we continue this love, our happiness. I hope you come to see me.
Busy is giving a word. Like,
and continue to be you, thrive, and succeed. And I'm going to help as much as I can to support you in 2025.
Thank you. I love you too. We love all you guys. And we'll see you soon, because what, Busy? One of us has to hit it. I'll hit it.
Because